Raider way, or the Raider tenets of commitment to excellence, just win, baby. Once a Raider, always a Raider.
Secondary to the 23-yard. Adams, he's got it! Touchdown Raiders! Oh, a dice roll in Vegas for 6. The Raiders at the 40-yard line, and O'Connell wants to take a deep shot. And he's got Trey Tucker out there, Tucker diving, and he makes the catch inside the 10.
As a young guy, I had a dream that someday I would build the finest organization in professional sports.
You know, that's where we really should move. That would stick it to him.
Big birthday in Vegas this year. I love Vegas.
The man who became defined by 3 words was ready to make history on that day.
Just win, baby.
Breaking news, the Raiders have a new general manager coming.
The Las Vegas Raiders are hiring John Spytek as their new general manager. Breaking news into First Take, Adam Schefter tweeted moments ago, Pete Carroll and the Raiders now have reached an agreement on a 3-year deal.
Pete Carroll's the coach to go build up the Raiders. This is a great...
With the 6th pick in the 2025 NFL Draft, the Las Vegas Raiders select Ashton Genty, running back, Boise State.
I've got that lightning inside me, son of a god. I'm like a titan that's rising, oh, just you watch. I'm stepping into fame. There is no time to waste. I've got that lightning inside me. This is how legends are made. This is how legends are made. This on the throttle, victory is mine. Show you the harder the battle, harder I fight. I've come too far to quit. Step back, I'm going in. I'm cranking up on the throttle. This is how legends are made. This is how legends are made.
Salute Raider Nation, salute to the chat, salute to the mods in the chat, salute to everybody here on the panel, Harvey, Rudy, Mike, appreciate all you guys joining up here tonight, and really do appreciate everybody being here. So if you guys want to give a shout out, feel free. Mike, I put your YouTube channel in the chat so they can go to it, so give your shout outs.
Oh, thank you, man.
What's up, what's up, everybody out there? It's the Raider #1. Oh, sorry. Okay. What's up, everybody out there? It's the Raider #1 stunner. What? That's glad to be in this live again. Shout out to Dustin. Shout out to Set Time Raider Mike. Shout out to Rudy. And just let me add this, Dustin, when it comes to giving Raider facts, you are the best there is, the best there was, and the best there ever will be. And that's what I call the excellence of execution. Rudy, you up next.
Well, that was Brett the Hitman Hart statement.
Exactly.
Yeah, with the Raiders, like I said, it's as Raider fans, we cannot put high expectations. We have to start out from the bottom and climb up. It's a mountain. We got to keep climbing to get to success. I mean, we were getting there. We were at midway when we were under Gruden, and now we've fallen further down. Now we got to reclimb, and it's a rebuild mostly. You know, when you have new staff, new coaches, new everything, and we keep players that we that still work and get rid of the ones that don't fit or don't work. It's just the way it is. We may not like the players who are gone, but it's just the way it is. Pete Carroll is a proven commodity, but like I said, that doesn't mean that he's going to automatically give us success. We are in the most competitive division in the NFL. If we were in the AFC South, we could pitch off to the playoffs. I mean, it's such an easy division. This is the most difficult division.
Yes, Lord. Yes, it is. Oof.
And that it is. That's 100%. I mean, it's going to be a tough year this year, especially with all the teams getting better, all the coaches being with their team longer. We're going to go through the same thing some of them went through, but the difference is their teams were better put together than ours. They just needed better coaching. Like, that's just what it was. I mean, we needed a bunch of it. We don't just need one. We need them all. Yeah, players, personnel, everything. But Mike, you can give your shout out.
Okay, I missed that whole thing. Some asshole that I pulled a billion times. Don't call me at this time of night because it cuts me off. Text me. I'm not saying your name, Jack Tenna, but stop fucking doing it, man. Jesus Christ. Anyway.
That's all funny. Like I said,
does it every fucking night almost, man. Hey, text, but don't respond. I'm live. Okay. In other words, sorry to sidetrack.
That's all right. That's all right.
Good. So I was just saying, I put your YouTube channel in the chat. So if you want to give a shout out to your deal, feel free.
Yeah. It's a show. I'm only on there mainly on Fridays and Saturdays, but sometimes at the end of the show during the week. And he has a show on Sundays, Tuesdays, Monday through Sunday right now until he gets his new job, and then he has to refigure his schedule. But it's called, with an S, Raiders_football. And it's with Yerb Jers. If any of y'all are out there that are familiar with Yerb Jers, it's his channel. And so go out there and hit the likes or subscribe if you can, if you're not already. But thank you for the opportunity to throw that out there for him.
Yeah, no problem. Like I always say, man, out there to support everybody's channel, regardless of who it is. You guys do your thing. I just talk football. That's what I basically do. I appreciate you, James. Appreciate you, Seth. Appreciate all of you guys over there. Appreciate you, Go. Appreciate all you guys, man. So we got a bunch of topics that we're going to talk about, and we're just going to obviously talk football like we always do. So first topic is going to be like Trey Tucker breakout season. The reason I started off with this conversation is because basically, you know, you look at Trey's journey since he's been here. First year, he had a pretty bad deal. Well, I wouldn't say pretty bad. I would just say it wasn't good. He ended up finding out that he had an eye problem. He ended up having surgery on it. Came back expecting last year, you know, playing with Gardner and Aiden, that he was going to have a pretty good big year. Didn't pan out the same way. Fast forward into this year, and you start looking at Trey. Trey's shown up from day one, from camp, OTAs, mandatory camp, going into the preseason, going into the training camp. I mean, Trey Tucker just showing up everywhere. And I've said, like, Gino Fine, when he got here, he found a few of his people like Brock, Trey, you know, Jacoby. He got his people already. Like, he knows who he's going to be thrown to this year, pretty much throughout the whole year. But I think Trey Tucker, I've said, I can see him having a bigger year than Jacoby Myers just because of the player that he is right now. He can play in the slot, he can play in the drags, he can play in the cross, playing deep. Like, you're gonna have to cover this fucking guy. If you don't cover him, you're gonna get burnt. You know, like for instance, in today's practice, one-on-ones, they basically said like they could not cover the dude, like they could not stop him, they couldn't cover him. All this dude is doing is performing inside, outside. You know, I think they feel pretty comfortable with who their players are when it comes to, you know, the offensive wide receivers at the moment, which there are topics we'll talk about throughout this night for other receivers and other players that'll be on the roster. But I think for like right now for Trey Tucker, I mean, I can easily see him being the best player out there outside of maybe Bowers, because they are going to try to feed Bowers. But I can see Tucker just burning fools this year, you know, get a 10, 15-yard pass out there and just take the hell off, burn the safety, linebacker cross field. I mean, I think Trey's going to have a pretty good year, and I think he's going to be really tough to block. I mean, I would say in the last year, I was hoping really big things for him. I mean, I talked to him on Instagram. I've always talked up that dude since we got him. But I've said,
Really?
like, I think he would have a pretty damn good year this year, and I think he's going to burn people, period. But how do you guys feel about it?
I think Trey Tucker, you know, he's a speedy wide receiver. I like that. You know, the only flaw that he had was that you know, that eye problem that he had that kind of slowed him down last season. But since he done got that fixed, he really is gonna have a good breakout season this year. And I think he's gonna be a dangerous weapon for the Raiders wide receiver core. Now that he got that little problem with his eye out the way, you know, and it's not gonna be a distraction. Yeah. Okay, Raider Mike.
Well, I think. Oh, I'm sorry. Am I itching to talk?
No, you're all right.
I got to settle down. I'm sorry. Trey Tucker, the dude's amazing. Like you said, Dustin. The headline was Trey Tucker uncoverable in the Raiders headline. You know, he's got that going for him. He's got his downfield blocking in the run, not only the run game but the pass game. He's never hesitated from doing that, and plus his value on special teams. I mean, so you got an uncoverable receiver that blocks and plays special teams as a returner. That's pretty good bargain right there, man.
Yeah, he was supposed to be kind of a Henry Ruggs replacement. He's not Henry Ruggs. He's a different type of. I wouldn't call him a speed demon. He is fast. He's a little bit. I don't know. He's kind of like Steve Smith a little bit. He catch the ball. I mean, but the thing is, though, when you play zone defense, though, he's not that kind of guy. but you don't have to always use him to burn people.
Close the
You can
door.
get those quick first downs,
Hey,
because
hey,
they get open pretty quickly. He can do that. Like I said, between him and Darian Porter, it's very competitive for the number 2 position. And yeah, you can use him on reverse runs because he's got good speed. He's more of a runner than a catching passer. He's more of a runner because he's like a kick returner more than a, but I would, if we're going to use him as a number 2 receiver, I think we should use him for punt return only. And we can use Dylan Labe for kick returns, But he does have good speed, but I wouldn't say he's the fastest.
Yeah, 4.3 speed. He's got 4.3 speed.
Ruggs was 4.7.
Oh, that's good. That's good.
That's still fast, though.
4.3 is good every time.
4.27, 4.3, that's all good speed. I mean, you don't have to be that fast in the 40. There are guys who are slower than that, like Jerry Rice. He was way slower than that.
I mean, Devontae runs a 4.57.
Jerry Rice was never known as being a speed receiver.
I mean, Jerry Rice was fast on field to me in his prime, but he didn't have the fastest time. I mean, he did not have like a top 5 run in the combine when he did the runs, but they said on the field he's a different kind of player than he is doing 40 combine runs, But he is not. He's not bad for a guy that's 5'9". Most 5'9" receivers are not very good. You haven't seen a good 5'9" wide receiver since God dang, I forgot his name again. The former Carolina Panther went to the Ravens. What's his name?
Who's Steve Smith?
Steve Smith.
Yeah. That's the last small wide receiver that I've ever seen that's been successful. I'm not saying
what about
he's there
Edelman?
yet. Edelman? Oh, he's a little taller, though, but he's a slot receiver. And he's going to be used for the slot. I know he's going to be used for a slot. And yes, I know Edelman and Hunter Renfrow and Wes Welker, they're all like about the same size slot receiver types, but not the
I
fastest
didn't know
guys.
Jerry Rice was 5'9". That's shocking. I didn't know that.
Yeah, well, they were a little bit taller than them by an inch or two, but they're still short. But it's just how you run routes. If you run routes real good, it doesn't matter how tall you are. Like Hunter Renfrow proved that with us, because at first I didn't like the guy. I didn't like his height. I didn't like the size of his hands, but he got the ball pretty good for not having big hands. But I'll say this though. He is I think if you utilize him right, Trey Tucker right, he can cause a lot of good things for the Raiders. But, but I'll say he's no Henry Ruggs, but Henry Ruggs though his biggest problem was stupid choice. That's all it was.
Yes.
We didn't have Ruggs. If we had never lost Ruggs, we would have never heard of Trey Tucker. But you know what? Someone else's falter is someone else's success.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie on you that. Oh, what were you say?
Oh, I'm good.
Yeah, I think for right now, if I'm picking the roster for the receivers, I'm almost sure it's gonna go Jacoby, Trey, Thornton, Betch. It's gonna probably go just like that for the wide receivers right now with Bowers and Michael Marin, probably Ian Thomas, and then I think it'll be Ashton, Zamir White, and then it come between Sincere McCormick and Monster. It can go either which way in that one, but I think they already know the base rotation of their players, and Trey Tucker is going to be the wide receiver too. That's just straight facts, dude, and he's going to play all over the field because Chip plays a big time rotation. He has a 5 spread. He can have 2 receivers out there, 2 tight ends. He can have 3 receivers, 1 tight end, half. He can have any formations he wants across the board with the type of players we have. So I think, like they said, at Thornton, he'll be the 3rd receiver because he has the capability of being a wide receiver 1 as time goes on. And when you have a young player like him, you want to develop him. That way he can catch on a lot faster. You don't want to sit there and say, well, we don't want to play him out here, put him in enough reps. We'll just give him 25 reps this year. Your progression on him is going to just be shit. You're not going to really do much with him. Take multiple years. You put him in the third. You let him get rotated in there, go against good corners, because he's going to face a lot of good corners. I've always said you can look at him practice, man, but when you get out on the field and you got to start playing dudes that know how to jam you, that are going to ride your ass all the way for 10 fucking yards before they break off. I mean, there's a lot difference. A dude on the other team don't like you. It ain't. I get it that we're playing against our own players and some may not, but it's not the same when you're playing in the game. These guys are there to win. They only get 17 games.
Totally different. Totally different.
They're going to try to win every single chance they get. So I think at the end, when you're trying to look at the offense that we have, you're trying to look at what Gino's been doing with Trey the whole time. He's come long strides this year. It's not even close. Every single deal you'll see highlights of Trey all fucking camp long, just burning dudes. And then you go see the tape today where he's just straight can't be covered. Like they couldn't cover him, dude. Dude's just scoring on every play, fucking looking just great, and he's going against our best players out there. So, like I've said, I think at the end of the day, I think Trey will have a good year. I think you're gonna have Thornton have a good year. And I've just said this, like I'll say it going to the next topic, which we can talk on this and that one at the same time. It's the Jacoby Myers conversation, because a lot of people are sitting here saying like Jacoby's going to get to the point he doesn't want to, he wants a contract. He's probably not going to go in there and play all these deals. Every receiver does this. Okay, it's not an uncommon tactic that somebody's going to say this before we're going in, or it's just part of the contract deal. What I think the whole thing's going to come down to, and I think it's a smart deal for the Raiders, because we've tried going after receivers and players for years. Like we try it all the time. We don't get lucky, dude. Like we'll get a player, he's gonna be good, and he fucking sucks, or we get a good player, and like it never works out for us when we're looking for one, just one player. And in this case here, we kind of got lucky because we hit on two fucking players in this deal. When you talk about
people thought that about Devontae Adams, look what happened to that deal.
Yeah, I mean, it happens to us all the time with anybody. Fucking Randy Moss, any guys, fucking AB, fucking Williams. I mean, it just happens. But in this draft, we got lucky on two at the same time. Thornton and like we hit on two people. And I get it, a lot of people want Jacoby to be our guy and this, that, the other, but you have to look at multiple conversations here. You look at players that we didn't sign this year, right? We let them walk and we got their money back, and we got a lot of fucking players on this team that are going to contribute and make us better. It's just what it is. It's just part of football, because it's about the shield. It's not about an individual player. It's about what makes the team better. Every single time that you sit here and you look at an individual player, people talk about, well, look at his drop rate. He had 0 drop rate. Look at this. Okay, look. He had 1,027 yards, 0 drops, 4 fucking touchdowns. We had 4 wins, right? You go to a guy like Scary Terry. Scary Terry had 1,087 fucking yards. He had less receptions than 82 versus Jacoby's 87 or 89. He had 10 fucking drops, but he had 13 fucking touchdowns with 13 wins. Like your drop rate only matters when you're fucking scoring touchdowns. That's what contested catch rates, things of those factors. Like if you look at today's football game, if you're sitting in the middle of a field, or say you're on your 20, 30 on this opposite side, and you start doing the pass game, in today's football, they play off coverage. They play over the top. They play behind. They let you get those fucking 20 and 30 fucking yards, and then they make sure you don't get the big play for the touchdown. That's just how football's played right now. And then when you get on the other side of the 50-yard line and you're in the 30, 20, and 10, that's when defenses try showing up, playing at their fucking game right there. There's too much open play field. When you look at a Jacoby Myers fucking possession this, past year, open field catches, dude. Did somebody else on our team get fucking 20 touchdowns somewhere? Is there a player on our team last year that got 20 fucking touchdowns because Jacoby and scored a touchdown? No, he didn't. And that's just facts. It's nothing bad against Jacoby. And what I'm trying to say is, when they're looking at saying, hey, let me pay him 12 fucking or $18 million, or let me pay him 20 fucking million. Why? We just drafted Jack Best. Is Jacoby a good player? Does he do? Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that. But when we're talking about 18 to $20 million, when we got a fucking $2 million player right here for $5 million for fucking 4 years, this player makes sense. He's produced already. He's playing at a good level. Like, it's nothing against Jacoby. It's just the way the game plays. And when you're talking about the wide receiver position, that's a very crucial position. Most of the time, you're paying a guy fucking $25 million to try to be the Devontae and go win you games. Well, we got lucky. There's 3 fucking players, literally, Trey, Orton, and Besh, dude, that are all rookie fucking players, all on minimal fucking money, versus going out here and giving out $20 fucking million to Jacoby on 4 fucking touchdowns on 0 drops. Like, we can't use the 0 drops as an excuse why to keep a fucking player. I just explained there are players that 10 fucking look at every elite receiver in this last year. Fucking from Justin Jefferson, fucking Jamar Chase, all of them, they all had fucking 10 plus fucking drops. Some of them had 13, like, and so if we're sitting here trying to say the drop rate is the reason we're keeping a player, that's crazy as fuck, dude. Like, you're gonna from like Trey that are fucking 40 yards down fucking field and do miss a fucking ball, but the next time they do it, they take it to the fucking house. There's big guys for big fucking yardage for fucking game-winning games, or fucking just stretching the defense. Like, it's part of the game. So I think, like, when we're sitting here saying protected ball, to me, it's like check downs. Fucking, you're getting safety netted fucking balls, dude. And a lot of times, I don't want to go into the point of saying like what he's doing is bad, because it's not. But what I'm saying is that if we were to take that money and say that we don't sign Myers, right, and we trade him, that we were like, hey, we're going to trade this fucking guy. I think the team, which would make way more sense, is why would we pay him $20 million? We just cut Christian Wilkins. We can make a trade for fucking Parsons if he's really out there. And if we have to give a first round pick, who gives a fuck? He's 26 years old. He fucking has got fucking 50 some odd sacks in his 4 years. Like, the kid's elite fucking player. And if you're saying sign him and put him next to Max and then go out this year, fuck, we're making the playoffs. Like, if we don't make playoffs with Parsons and fucking Max on that line versus Jacoby over there, when you already got Thornton, Beck, and fucking Trey, you got Bowers, you have Mayer, you got plenty of fucking weapons. You can even throw fucking probably Jackson in there. You can throw a few other players to receiver. Like, I don't think receiver is the position that we're really hurting at the moment. Where's Malcolm? Like, that's what I'm asking. Fucking Malcolm at, because
we'll see it.
not out here putting on the pressure. And when you have the likes of people saying trade for Anderson or trade for Parsons, I'm not trading for Anderson. Dude, 31 years old, dude. They're talking about getting a first or second round pick for him and fucking a player like Trey or Malcolm in that deal. Like, fuck that. I'd rather hit up the Cowboys, give them Malcolm Coons, get a first round and maybe a fucking second or third. Like, I would do that fucking trade right this minute. And Parsons has literally said that depending on the team I go to, depending on the fucking championship or this, that, the other, he would take anywhere between $30 and $40 million. He ain't trying to get the bag. So if we can get him at $5 million or something because he's willing to take a deal, then look, we're better with him. Like, that's all I'm trying to say. So I think a lot of people, when we're looking at a lot of the topics or subjects that are going on around right now, like, I get it, dude. We heard at cornerback, in my personal opinion, which something we'll talk about later. But, there's positions here that if you got a Parsons and a fucking Max on that ass, dude, fucking coming at you, like, you don't have to have the greatest corners. Like, them motherfuckers are going to get fucking picks just because this dude getting scared trying to throw the ball. Like, I would just say,
put the film.
Like, is there an advantage if we sign Jacoby? Yeah, because what he's done or what he's gone through. But I don't think we can use that always as an excuse if we can get better as a team as a whole.
Well, last I checked, Jacoby, we still have him for another year. And if we can just keep him for the year, he's going to play. He's going to play because of the league that he can do it 2 years in a row. He's going to play for the year after. So why not just keep him on his original contract, see how best works out. If best sucks, then we can keep, sign
Where's the
Jacoby
flag?
to a contract.
Jeez, man.
But
We could franchise tag him next year and then make a trade off of that.
Could franchise tag.
Yeah, it seems like that's the best thing
I'm
to
talking
do.
about. I'm talking about this.
You franchise tag him, you up his salary, makes it harder for teams to want to go after.
Yeah,
It's the same
exactly.
dating conversation and players. Like, look, this is how I've always got to say, because like I grew up in an Al era. Like I've always said, I don't hold feelings to any individual player because I feel like when you do that, you hurt the team. That's just my personal opinion.
Right.
I've always played the game at a very high level, and I've always respected the game at a high level, because if you don't, you're going to be a fucking bad team while you're putting in all your energy to be fucking good, just like Max. And I've said it. It's not about being personal to Jacoby. It has nothing to do with it. They get a paycheck. They rent the fucking jersey. That's how the game's played. They're renting the jersey. They will get out of that jersey one day, and it'll go to another motherfucker unless they retire it, which fuck we don't do. So all
you didn't say that.
at the end of the day, we got to do what gets us better now. Are we going to hold on to because we like them, or do we want to make the playoffs? Like these are big conversations to have. Like I get it in the past, dude, but this is something we've all got to look at too. In the history of us keeping on players, or let's say even going after quarterbacks, right? We've been after every great quarterback in free agency for 15 years, easy. Every big name dude that was out there, we signed them, brought them there, and we never did shit. When we did shit, all the way including up to this point, was when we drafted Derek Carr, a drafted quarterback over any signed free agent quarterback. The drafted quarterback played better than any of those fucking guys. Fucking went on, broke every franchise record, fucking gave us. If we had a better defense, we probably would have won a hell of a lot more. But again, we're not going to talk into that. But my point is that when we hold on to certain players for too long, or think like, hey, the value, you got to get the value when it's there. Right now, you can help fucking in a trade. And just for instance, it's just an example. I'm not saying we do it or not. I'm just saying, if you trade for Scary Terry, right? What is the big problem that Washington doesn't want to do right now? They don't want to pay Terry that big ass contract, right? So they're in here saying like, fuck, if we lose him, we're gonna hurt, because that's a pretty good player for that position. But you're telling me that the Commanders wouldn't be sitting over there saying like, hell, if we lose him, but we get Jacoby and we only got to sign him instead of fucking 28 to 30, we're signing this dude for 18? Fuck, they're like, hell yeah. Like, they're not going to be hurting. Like, they're not going to look at that as a bad trade. They got to around the price they want to be at. They want to keep some and kept a good receiver. Like,
it's called greater than, lesser than.
Those
you know what I'm saying?
Now. It doesn't matter in a year from now. That shit matters now. That's the value on the table now. So when we sit there and look at these things and we say, well, we're going to pay Jacoby 18. Okay, we pay Jacoby 18. We get 35 back from Christian Wilkins, but we're only paying 12 on top.
Trying to forget his name too.
Yeah, me too. Me too, especially me. Oh God. Yeah.
We're Mr. Kissing Man.
$12 million more to get a guy like Scary Terry. And I'm just using this as an offensive example. You can do this with Parsons the same way. So I just say, if the value is there, you got to take the value now. It's just what it is. Like if we don't go after, if we don't go after a guy like Parsons, right? You still, I think, in my personal opinion, got to go after Demarius Smith, dude. Like, you need to go after Demarius Smith that played with fucking the Lions last year. You need to bring him in here. You need to you need to start him, because this is what I'm fearing. Malcolm might be thinking in his fucking mind, because happens to all players that go through this type of injury, is that it could happen again, because it could most definitely happen again. So in this case, I think if you get a Demarius Smith, he got fucking 10 plus sacks every fucking year. He's produced at a very good level over the last few years. He's going to cost us $10 fucking million. Who gives a shit? Then you get to rotate fucking Malcolm on a rotation, dude, until Malcolm feels like he can get it back. You don't want to go out here this year and Malcolm ain't pressuring on that outside, dude, and we got fuck everybody else playing. We're going to screw our fucking team here. You got to just be, I've always said, we're playing fucking chess, not checkers. We need to be the fucking head of the step before they're fucking thinking thinking about these steps. Like, we need to protect our players and fucking go. Are we sitting here saying Jaw Joyner and fucking Snowden's going to be the guys that come save us? Fuck that. I ain't even trying to just hope on miracles, dude. Like, we have a good team here. We have a good roster here. We may need to make a move like that to make us a competitive team, just so we don't get caught thinking Malcolm's this, Malcolm's got the. I'm a big time Malcolm. I picked him to our team in that year, in that round. Like, I was over even on Kraft's deal. Me and him were the whole fucking time, 10 plus sacks, dude. Like, it's what I said the whole fucking time when we were there. But long story short, I'm a big time supporter in him, but I just fear the injury is what it's gonna be a thought in your mind. It's in every player's mind, dude. Like, $12 million, I get hurt, dude. Some of my money, my incentives, this, that, the other. Like, he made baby for too long, and there's nothing wrong with that. It might take him till week 5 till he's finally like, all right, I feel like I can get off that fucking turn here and get after players now. And it may be the fucking third play of the fucking first game. We don't know how Malcolm's thinking about that, but I think if you're trying to protect that position and player, you get a Darius Smith, even if you don't get the Parsons, and you start him, man, and then rotate Malcolm in there, because I just think you protect your team up. But what do you guys think?
Well, I think Parsons is a real elite player, and with him and Kuntz at the helm, it's like this. You can have TNT, you can have your dynamite, you can have your nitroglycerin. But if you don't have that blasting cap, it's not gonna work. And to me, that's what Micah Parsons is. Did I say that name right? Micah Parsons? Yeah. He's the blasting cap. And I think that the Raiders need to get that man, because he will feel real good on the Raiders defense. Him and Matt Crosby bringing pressure to quarterbacks. Oh man, woo! There'll be a perfect combination. Perfect combination. I've seen this man play. Oh yeah, and speaking of Micah Parsons, my cousin, my uncle, he's a real big Falcon fan, and that's who the Falcons going against this Friday and for their last preseason game. So I'm definitely gonna see him if he play. So but he need to come over. Yeah, Mark. If Mark got if Mark Rudy, this goes out to you. If Mark Davis got some cojones, he will come. He will get him to the Raiders. But the main man in charge, Dustin hit me to some game, is that the man that's making all the calls is Tom Brady. So Tom Brady need to pay that man that money and bring him over to the Raiders. All right, y'all up next. What's y'all opinion about that?
Well, Micah Parsons, would I love to have him on the Raiders? What is he going to cost? A shitload. And I mean, it's going to cost a shitload. Is he worth that shitload? Hell yeah, he's worth that shitload.
Yes.
But I mean, can this organization, which I have so much faith in again this year, the fucking decades?
Oh yeah.
That if any team can work it out, these guys, and Mark is not afraid to whip out that checkbook and pen. He is not afraid to do it. I know he's not personally playing the Bears, but in a way, he's like, "Fuck, you guys think you're gonna do this? I hired you guys. I got a checkbook and a pen. Make it happen."
Yeah.
But I don't see it, and I highly doubt we're gonna get him. But Jerry Jones has done stupider things. So
yes. Justin told me a couple
Jerry
things
Jones
that Jerry Jones did. Look, Dustin told me a couple things that Jerry Jones did. He told me.
Hey, we'll give you Tyrell Williams straight across, man. We'll take over the salary.
Yeah. Here's the thing though about Parsons. He's not. He's a hybrid player. He's not a one person. He plays middle linebacker, but he also can play defensive end. So he's not just a one player. He's not an edge rusher. That's not his true calling. He's a hybrid. He can be a defensive end, and he can also play middle linebacker. He can play coverage. So he's similar to a T.J. Watt a little bit, except for he's not an he's a semi-outside linebacker and a semi-middle linebacker, but he does the same thing that T.J. Watt does. He plays coverage and he edge rushes. But like I said, personally, I don't like getting NFC players. We've never had success with NFC defensive players in the past, but I'm not going to say that he wouldn't be successful with us. I think, but at the same time, I don't believe we would start going to the playoffs because of him. We've got to do more. I mean, that's just adding another playmaker there. You got Mad Max Crosby, and then you got Mekhi Parsons. But I think you got to do more than that because we're in the most difficult division in the NFL. I mean, he's in the NFC East, which has gotten to be a better position. I mean, it was at the time it was the weakest division. Now it's a very competitive division in the NFC. But we got to improve the O line, and of course I'll talk about that later. But we got to do a lot of things besides defense. It's offense too. We got to do everything. You have a great defense. With the wins change a little bit? Yeah, will it be enough to go to the playoffs? No, not in this division. You have to do more than that. You can't just get a good hit with a pick and expect gold to come out. You got to hit that thing multiple times. So I think that Mekhi Parsons is most likely not likely going to the Raiders. Jerry Jones is kind of a douchebag, but he's gonna. I think he's going to pay him the big money. When he gets pushed to the corner or pushed to the, he's going to pay him out. That's what's going to happen. Just like what happened to Myles Garrett. Myles Garrett was talking himself out of a job, and what happened? He said, "Well, I appreciate what the Cleveland Browns did for me in this." And what did they do? They paid the motherfucker, and then he shut the fuck up. I think Jerry Jones is going to do that to Mekhi Parsons. I mean, it's a game. It's between Mekhi Parsons and Jerry Jones, and Mekhi Parsons has got the advantage, and Jerry Jones is under a lot of pressure, and I think he's going to pay him. If he doesn't pay him, I don't know if we would try to get him. I think it's too much. We give up way too much, and we have to build up on offense too, not just defense. We have to build up everywhere on this team. I think we want to be careful not to do like the old Al Davis did, get a bunch of great players, and then we're just not successful. Because great players will not win you championship. It's about players who work together better that will win championship.
As a family unit.
Yeah, so it's not always about how great a player is. It's about does he fit? That's what it is.
Right.
Well, I'll tell you this for sure. One thing that the way you win in this division is pressure, 100%, because when Malcolm Kuntz was on his game, he put sacks on Patrick, which puts pressure on him because Max is on the other side.
I loved every minute.
And if you're looking at a person like Bo Nix and fucking Herbert, especially with Slater going down and fucking Bo Nix being a just freshman or sophomore in, you most definitely bring that fucking pressure. And if you have a guy like fucking Micah Parsons and Max Crosby on both sides, you're going to eat the fuck up in this league. I don't care what anybody says. You have two of the most pro-dominant players in this whole fucking game. So they most definitely will gel. They'll most definitely play in a Pete Carroll system. And we would most definitely win more games because of it. Not a doubt in my fucking mind. And if we're looking at what part of the team is hurting the most right now, it's defense for sure. The offense is going to be damn fine. They have playmakers all the way across there. They already know how their line's going to go. They already know it's going to be fucking Colton Miller, Parham, fucking Meredith, fucking JPJ, and then fucking DJ Glaze. They know their line. I mean, fucking these guys are 1 week out before the season starts, so they know that they're running behind. They know who's playing. So if you're sitting here looking at the defense struggles. Malcolm Kuntz will show up. That's a massive fucking hit. You just lost Christian and Kuntz all in the same fucking deal, and you think you're going to go win? No, you're not. No, you're not. And if you're sitting here saying like, would I trade for Trey or would I trade for Parsons? Okay, if I'm trading for Trey, I'm going to be giving up fucking Tyree or I'm going to give up Malcolm. They're going to want a player. They've already said they want a young player in exchange. Then we're going to give up a second or a first. Why would I do that? Pay a 31-year-old that's fucking 25 million, 30 million. I'm giving 25, 30 million at 31 years old when all I got to do is go over here and say, fuck, this guy already wants out. We already lost Christian. We regained his fucking money off that contract. So what the fuck does it matter if I'm paying Christian Wilkins 35 million or fucking Mika goddamn fucking Parsons 35 million? I'm pretty sure I'll justify the 35 million to Mika all fucking day long over Christian Wilkins with the duo of Max and Parsons. It's a way more dangerous fucking combo. It's way more dangerous. They're both explosive off the edge. They're going to fucking eat up motherfuckers. Max can't be on both sides of the right and left end at the same time. And if he was, he would kick the shit out of half the NFL. So implying Parsons and them are here and we're just going to give up a first and pay that salary, I'll do it all fucking day long. We were justifying it by Wilkins because Butler's going to start, dude, and he's just damn fine. So sometimes you have to put the money somewhere else, but the money justifies itself right there. And that's damn facts. You're telling me that Gino goes out here, he's fucking going out winning games, putting up 20, 30 fucking points, and we come down to try to win one. Do you have a better chance winning with two fucking edges off the corner? Or how else do you win that game? That pressure is what creates bad throws, bad offsets, fucking picks, interceptions. It's right there at that fucking line. So to me, I feel like if you can make your fucking corners like fucking Porter, Stokes, fucking Kelly, fucking Richardson better by having those players fucking pressuring those type of dudes in this division right here, right now. We're not talking about the future. We're not talking about next fucking year. We're talking about what happened right here, right now, injuries to players, what wins now. That's what we talk about. It's what wins now. Just like I've said, you're only as good as the last game you fucking played. I don't give a shit about your 5-year history. A lot of players go back 5 years, they're fuck goddamn Super Bowl champions. You know, like you fast forward 5 years, they're barely playing in the NFL. Rodgers included, you know, so you have to look at how the fucking guy played.
Man Rodgers. Man Rodgers.
And that's all I'm saying is like we can't get this far to have a good offense again. Listen, Derek had problem scoring. Derek Carr always scored fucking points. He fucking leads our team in points for fucking the franchise. Derek never had a goddamn fucking problem scoring points. He never had a fucking defense to stop the other motherfuckers from scoring. So with the money we have at 35 million just on the books, plus the money we'll be returning, plus we may not be signed fucking Jacoby, that's another $20 fucking million just like that. Fucking paying our top receivers fucking what, $5 million for 4 fucking years? Yeah, fucking still. We literally just signed 3 dudes for $5 million per year, 15 million versus Jacoby 1 for 20. Like, fuck, come on, how do we not see the math on this shit? You know, like the players there to be good, then I would say different. But we have the players here to make up those positions to be able to move the money somewhere else. You know, what's everybody's number one deal right now? Oh, Brock Bowers, our number one receiver. If that's what you say, stand on it then. You know, don't fucking backtrack when the motherfucking money can be moved off and put somewhere else. Like, don't fucking stand on principle. And then when someone brings up person's name, we're like, oh, I don't know. You know, fucking say it with your fucking ball, you know, your nuts out. Like, you got to fucking say it, you know. Like, I think in our team to be better, you have to call it how it is. You know, fucking there's a reason that we're probably black and silver because that's a fucking black and white fucking side of the deal. There isn't a gray area in here unless we're fucking, if you ain't cheating, you ain't trying. You know, like that's the fucking motto, you know, so.
What I say, you know, what I say about what you just said about the nuts part, I got to say no diddy. But it's like this, you know,
Dude, the Diddy party. Fuck all that, you know.
No, man, forget you, man. Anyway, moving on. But anyway, like I said, you know, they got to have enough guts to do this. And I say this: no nuts, no glory. That's what I'm talking about. No nuts, no glory. It's like Derek Carr really didn't have a problem making touchdowns. He really didn't. I mean, he ate up defenses like lunch. You know what I'm saying? But I just can't understand. Well, just like you were saying about the defense give a lot of ground. And I just can't understand this, you know, how could the Raiders go in the history, NFL history books, or something bad. Like the only team in the NFL to have play six games and have double-digit leads at halftime and blow the fucking game, man. It wasn't because of Derek Carr. It was because of the defense.
Yeah.
That's straight simple. That's straight simple. It wasn't Derek Carr's fault. Hell, I was a Derek Carr fan. I've been watching that man ever since he was at Fresno State. It wasn't his fault. It was the damn defense fault. Why? Because the defense didn't put enough pressure on the opposing quarterback to stop him from throwing touchdowns. And I told you, Dustin, I take defense really serious because I played right outside linebacker in high school. I take defense very, very serious, man. They need to quit that shit, man. Giving up yards like they did against San Francisco, man. They ain't gonna cut it, man. They ain't gonna cut it. They ain't gonna cut it.
I did like our run defense though throughout the game. Our run
Yeah.
was the passing that we're atrocious. I mean,
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I just think when you're trying to go out there and compete against the teams we're playing and the, like what's going on here now, we got to just match energy, man. It's how other teams do it. It's how other teams get Super Bowl wins. I mean,
yes,
playing inside the division first, you're not going to win outside of it. You
right.
need to be able to know your own players that you play 2 times a year. You need to know that they're hurting. The Chiefs are fucking hurting. The Chargers are going to be fucking hurting. You can only rotate so many and put a rookie in a spot and think you're going to stop Parsons or fucking Max. You'd be lucky to stop one of them, let alone both of them, dude. Fucking, you just a whole different vibe in that deal at that point in time, and I've said it, the money's justifiable. It's movable. It doesn't even hurt us in any way, shape, or form. And now you have 2 of the best edge rushers in the whole entire NFL. There's no, at these points, you can only make certain moves that are going to make us better. So you make a big trade and you go get Parsons that makes us 10 times better, or you sign a Darius Smith dude that'll give us average play, which is better than Malcolm, but he ain't no damn Parsons,
No,
Parsons
not by a long shot.
Parsons plays 3 different ways. He plays the run just like Max. He's just damn good as in the run as Max. You're looking at him in a coverage linebacker, and you're talking about him in DN. He can move all over the field in a 3-4-4-3 offense. He can move all over, cover 3, anything. Like he's going.
He got explosive speed. That's dangerous. I like that.
Let's be real. What move are you making for corner right now? Are you going to make a big enough trade that you're going to trade for fucking Newsom over in the Browns, or fucking Denzel Ward? Ward's injury prone. He's had 3 goddamn concussions over the last few years. I'm pretty sure. What do you want, another Tua at the cornerback position? Like I would take fucking Newsom if I'm picking a player, right? But are they going to give it to him? What are we giving up for him? Like all those things all come into play. Does Newsom make us better than Parsons? I don't think so. I've said it. You got 2 guys that say hike and the fucking guy can't throw the ball. I mean, I'm pretty sure you're going to be fucking up some people a lot more than a cornerback being out in the field. You got fucking multiple ways to play corner on our team. You can bring Chin down in there, Paulo down in there. You got fucking, I think we have pretty good corners, and I'm not really Stokes is, I don't know. I'm not really big fan of a dude that was corner in Green Bay, fucking slot corner, and now he's challenging our outside. I mean, I don't know if that speaks that maybe they misvalued him, or we claiming him to be better than all the damn people on our team. Like the Stokes guy, I just gotta wait till we get in the season to go more with him, because that's a massive fucking deal for me. I've watched the guy his whole damn career drafted in here, so I just got to see the guy over here. But either way, fucking, I feel like if we can get the DN, we can be a better team. I just feel like when you're looking at trades for corners, who you're going to sign as a corner, Rasul Douglas, fucking Stephon Gilmore, we're not looking at dudes that are one is older and one's probably still got good production, but Pete's also said that he wants corners that play special teams. So whoever he signs over there, he wants the guy to play special teams too. You're not getting Rasul or fucking Stephen playing special teams, so you can probably just count them out, And then if you get Denzel Ward, you don't want him playing special teams because the guy gets knocked the fuck out. So Don't think you want to make, and then you're looking at Newsome, which I don't know if Newsome even played damn special teams, So, like I've said, the trade that makes the most sense with the money, the pick, what you're looking at next year. If you're looking at Geno as being your starter the next few years, then you shouldn't be worried about giving the first round pick for fucking Micah Parsons. Do you think there's a better DN in the league next year in that draft? I fucking don't think so. So I think if you're not looking at quarterback and looking to be in a high pick, high pick as in 1, 2, 3, then you give that first and you fucking take fucking Micah. Like, I think it's a no damn brainer for me, but and don't get me wrong, if you tell me that we're loading up week 1 against the Patriots with fucking Parsons and Max over there going after Drake May, I'm going to feel a whole lot better. I'll tell you that right now. So, and I just feel like the team's good enough right now that if certain moves here is what's going to make it, are we going to be like we've been in the past where we got a team that's doing pretty well, but when we get to the fucking season, we don't get no one to make it better? Like, I don't think we should do that, dude. If you have the team to be better and you have fucking 30 some odd fucking $1 million, listen, look at it like this, okay? Every player that you're going to go out and sign or give a fuck contract, you're only doing it for 1 year unless it's a guy like Parsons that you're going to sign him for multiple years contract. So it doesn't matter what money you spend on that $35 fucking $1 million right now, you're getting it back at the end of the year as long as you don't want to re-sign that guy. So if you're just using him now to get to the end of the fucking year, the money means nothing. When the season starts, salary that shit. It's a conversation to talk about right now because that's how most fucking football fans relate to topics is, well, we're giving this guy 25 fucking million. Well, guess what? When the fucking first week of that season comes out, there ain't going to be no one's fucking salary fucking talk no more. It's going to be who's best players out there and who's producing because that's how the game is. So point in time, you're not going to sit here and be like, well, he's getting paid 35 mil. Look at this. Like you're going to be like, this bitch getting after motherfucker. He's getting sacked. Look at Max. Look at Parsons. You're going to be most definitely talking about Smash Bros. That's what you call them, Smash Bros. Like, bro. So at the end of the day, that's how I feel. But if you guys want to speak and then we can move on to a different topic.
Well, my opinion about that, the Raiders in the past done paid fucking Raider players too much damn money. They came over and they didn't do jack shit for the Raiders, because I'm going to just name I'm going to name 2. Jamarcus Russell, flaming hot Christian Wilkins. Yeah, notice I didn't say the other word. But Rudy know what I'm talking about. Dustin do too. So, the Raiders, they have a knack of paying these players too much money. And I told you that the NFL is not the same. These players ain't go-getters no more. To win, they don't think that they have to give 115% to win the game. They say, I don't have to play my best in this game. I'm going to get paid regardless. Because all they want to do today is get paid. And they got to put their pride aside and grow some nuts and start playing winning games. Win games and go to the playoffs, man. Because what these Raider players doing now, the shit this don't make no sense, y'all. I'm sick of this shit, man. Year after year, you got other teams in the AFC. They win the Super Bowls, and it's like old habits are hard to break. It's like the Raiders say, "Oh, we don't give a fuck. We know we're gonna be at the bottom of the AFC West." And, I'm just sick of this shit. The defense is look. If I had to name a car after the Raiders defense, that defense is I called it last year a broken down jalopy. Because they were against the run, the Raiders was 24 and the Atlanta Falcons was 25. And I'm saying you cannot go to playoffs, go to the playoffs and win a damn Super Bowl having a damn Russian defense stopping the run at 24. It ain't gonna happen. It ain't gonna happen. I'm finished.
Yeah, I got one thing to say.
Go ahead.
follow that. So go ahead, Rudy.
Okay, I was gonna go on
That was
Ozzy.
fire.
Yeah, Ozzy was saying something interesting, like getting Mekhi Parsons a little bit, but he would also prefer to try to get in free agency Gilmore or Bradbury. I would say no to. I don't know about Bradbury, but Gilmore, no, he's past his prime and everything, and he's slower. And there's a reason why he's on team to team to team to team, and why they're not signing him, because his production has dropped. I mean, we're not a team where where if he has good support, he would fit in. That's where Gilmore does. He fits better with teams with support. We do not have great support on our defense. If Gilmore was on our team, he would look like dog trash, straight up. I think Gilmore is a little bit old, and I think he's just better to go on a team with support. I mean, look at players that are going team to team that were once great players, like Von Miller. Look at him. I think he's with Washington right now. I mean, he went.
He went Washington. Damn, man, the man was there with Buffalo. Jeez.
Joey Bosa's with Buffalo, and what they are is called support players, and that's what Gilmore is. He's a support player. I mean, we getting him. I mean, I'd rather keep these young developmental corners than get some used up veteran like Gilmore. Maybe 2 or 3 years ago, yes, but not this year. I would not do it right now. We do need help on defense, and yes, it's been the run stop.
Major help.
Secondary looking bad because last year our run stop was actually a little bit better, but our pass coverage was terrible. But the year before, it was kind of crazy with Jack Jones. When he came in, he looked like a superstar, and we were good in the pass coverage. And then, but we were terrible in the run stop. And then next year, the year later, we sucked in pass coverage. Although the run stop did improve, but it still sucked. I mean,
yes,
it's not just the defense though. There's got to be support. It's like the Ravens.
Yeah.
When they were all a defensive team. They had a good offense, and they did. They had a great running offense, and that's what the late Saragusa said. You could go to a Super Bowl with a decent offense and a great defense, as long as you have a decent offense, which means good running game, maybe not a great passing game. And when they had, that what's his name? God dang, that former Fresno State quarterback. He kind of sucked, but he Trent Dilfer. Trent Dilfer. And they ran the ball mostly. They ran the ball mostly. That was their bread and butter, was the running game. That shit don't work no more. You can't just win with the running game. You got to have a passing game. The Ravens got away with it, but this era, it's mostly a passing game era. Look at the players. Look at Patrick Mahomes, Justin Herbert, Josh Allen, all them. They're all passing guys, But if you have a balanced game like the Eagles, they're more run/pass. They're more like a true West Coast offense. They run the ball and pass the ball 50-50. And what happens? Jalen, the quarterback for the Eagles, I forget his name. He does better. He doesn't have a lot of pressure. That running game takes a lot of pressure from him throwing incomplete passes. His completion improved. The running game helps quarterbacks. Dan Marino never had a running game, and he threw the ball multiple times, but he also made a lot of mistakes because he didn't have a running game. And running game is very crucial, but we have to worry about both fronts, the offense and defense. We got to fix both sides. If we don't fix both sides, we're going to stay where we're at right now or even go down worse.
Rudy, do you have your own podcast?
No, I mostly go on Instagram. I don't have a YouTube channel. I mean, I have a YouTube account, but not a YouTube channel.
Okay, I was gonna say I want the address. I would subscribe.
I mean, you can still subscribe to me, but I don't have any channels I don't have any video. I only have videos of like it'll show old videos of King's Fair with me in 2015. They're recorded videos that were when I went to see Smash Mouth. Rest in peace, the lead singer. But that was a long time ago. I mean, other than that, you can subscribe to me. I can't post anything because I'm not a mod. Ozzy can like I could type something and he can go on my
No, I just
account.
didn't know if you had a podcast.
No, I don't have
I
no
was
podcast.
subscribed to the podcast. Yeah.
Yeah,
I'll hit
yeah,
you up on IG. What's your name on IG?
that's exactly. I have 2 accounts, but this is my Raider one called Raider Nation Forever 1979. That's my Instagram.
Okay,
So,
got it. All right.
yeah,
I'll send you a follow.
Yeah, I've followed you as well on Instagram.
Yeah, I think like you were saying about the money player getting paid money. You know, I would say like I would agree if it was somebody not the caliber of Parsons. You know, like if you're the 3rd best player in the NFL, you know, I don't think you getting paid is going to make you not want to play. He's already been playing. He's one of the best to do it, and he's probably going to be one of the best to ever do it. You know, so that's like saying Max gets paid, he's not going to show up. Like when you look at the players of a Parsons and a Max, right? They both feel themselves at a very high caliber level. They both push themselves individually. What does Max do here on this team? Always trying to take 50 fucking 2 other players and put them under his wing to push that energy, right? You tell me, you know, Micah Parsons, and you can cut that 53 in half, like you're gonna be you're gonna be doing better. You know what I mean? Like Parsons has the same energy as Max. When you start getting people like that, especially on the defensive side of the ball, the offense is only going to kick the fuck out of people, dude. Like the defense is what wins championships, and it means shit, dude. I've said this. Derek Carr scores 23.4 points per game under Josh McDaniels, 10th best in the NFL. Defense gives up 24.7. How do you fucking win those games? You can't win the game if the defense just giving up more points than the fucking offense by a mile. So it's not like you're just having a few points or this and that. Those don't even allow us to win 8 games a year. You know, I'm telling you, we make that move right there, we would be a way better fucking team. And you pay him. Dude, these 2 guys sitting across each other are going to feast on motherfuckers for 5 years in their prime. In their fucking prime. Like, you're not fucking out there. And Parsons literally said on his podcast, well, he didn't say it on his, he said it on somebody else's podcast, but he said, hey, if I go to the right team for the right fucking deal, I'll take fucking anywhere between 30 and 40 million. He said, what's the difference of it? There's reports out that said Jerry tried paying him 24 million. He said he don't want to take 24 million. But you're telling me that if you have Parsons and fucking Christian Wilkins standing side by side, you're going to justify paying Christian Wilkins fucking $35 million, but you want to justify that for Parsons? That's fucking crazy. That's fucking crazy as fuck. Like, there's not been a day in Christian Wilkins' fucking career that he's been on the pace of fucking Micah Parsons. Like, it's just not even fucking close. And what do they say? Like, they say, like, if you can fucking not have to pay your quarterback fucking crazy money, you can spread the money around, right? But it's like for our defensive tackle, you're not paying fucking $35 million for the DT no more because you're only paying Butler, what, $5 million? We're just paying Butler $5 million. Still get great production from the fucking guy. And then now you're putting over a fucking Parsons on the outside. I mean, I love Malcolm Kuntz, man, but I'm telling you, like, when I look at the team, I say the corners can get better. They can get better as the year goes on. What happens if Malcolm Kuntz goes down? Name the player on the team. Who's the fucking guy replacing him? I'd love to hear the fucking because
I don't know. I have no idea
what they're all doing. So
all right, then Rudy, Dustin, Ray, and Mike, y'all boys be easy, okay?
All right, have a good night.
Easy, Harvey.
All
Are you
take it
taking
easy,
out, man? All right, Harvey. Have a good night, man.
All right, Dustin, tell the family I say hello.
Hell yeah.
All right,
man. Like, what's the next move? Do you go and sign fucking Demarius Smith? Then we can do it right now. But my point is, you're going to need somebody. Like, I just feel like how come Malcolm hasn't just fucking shown up in the fucking preseason? That's all. It's not like I'm asking him much. Like, I've watched him on all the fucking downs, all the plays. He absolutely don't look like the same player. When Max goes in there, fuck, dude, the motherfucker already, they say Heike's already past the goddamn guard. in the backfield. You know, like that's all I'm trying to say is like we need to carry that same energy if we're going to try to win this year, or are we not trying to win? Like, what's the objective for us? Are we winning or are we not? You know, are we talking about go win fucking few games, or are we talking about, hey, we want to make fucking playoffs? If you come in this division and you have the offense is fine. Like, what's the fucking problem in the offense? If we're sitting here saying that they said, hey, we'll move JPJ to the right guard because we don't think Alex fucking what's his name? Fucking Alex from
Kappa.
Kappa. If we don't think Alex Kappa is fucking playing good, and we move JPJ there, but Meredith is playing good in the center, does that not make our team fucking better? Why are we complaining about why we move a fucking player over? Isn't the idea at the end of the day to be better? You know, like that's what it's a fucking about. Move the players the fuck around till the team becomes better. And if that means Meredith goes there and fucking JPJ goes on the out and fucking Parham and then fucking Colton and Glaze, and that's what gives fucking Genty the fucking best chance to go run this year, what are we complaining about? You know, like I don't think the offense is going to have any fucking problem. Did we not watch in that Niners game that every time Gino was in there, he went right down the goddamn field? Like it didn't seem like we were fucking struggling too damn much when they finally got in rhythm. Like they went right down the field. Not only that, they gave Genty the fucking ball in 2nd and 7 and still pound it right down their fucking throat. It shows that we don't have to throw the ball. We can fucking run the ball even in crucial moments where these guys in the past would zone in and say, oh, pass here. They know they ain't running that shit, you know, but they can't say that shit now. So I don't see a fucking problem in the offense in any way, shape, or form, even if Jacoby takes a fucking knee. You know, like I don't think we're hurting there, dude. We have too many explosive players from Ashton, Mayer, Bowers, fucking Porter, Trey, fucking Betch, and even if Jackson or any other guy makes this squad, you know, like we have motherfucking players. So I just feel like
Alex Bachman.
Yeah,
I like Alex Bachman.
And the Bachman can be the 6th man for sure. You know, and if you look at our corners or you go to our safeties, you sit and say, okay, in the safeties, you got Chin, Manuels, and fucking Paulo. So you know your safeties are fine. You're not worried about safety. What the fuck we worried about? They're all good players. If they suck that fucking bad, we just suck. You know, like it's just a curse. You go to your corners. You're sitting there saying, okay, every report from the second Stokes got here, he took over the #1 corner position. He ain't gave back. It's been day one since he's been here. It's been reported that from day fucking one. So basically, the next battle it was Porter all day till Kelly just showed up. Kelly shows up now, he's pushing Porter. You know, so even if that's the case, it's still a good fucking deal because Kelly can go into the slot. What's our biggest problem at this moment? Slot. Fucking, if you're trying to develop a player, what do? You put Porter in the outside because he needs the fucking reps to develop. So you're going to have to play Porter. Porter been 1-year corner in the goddamn college. He most definitely needs to play in the NFL right fucking here, right now. You know, like the more reps he gets, the better player he's going to be. Can he rotate players if one player fucks up to make him better? Yes, most definitely. But the idea to make us a better team at this point, where's our struggling point? Slot corner. Kelly shows up pushing Porter. I think he can go to the slot. You can have Porter on the outside. You have Stokes on the other side. DeCamry and Richardson rotating. You have a good fucking squad right there, dude. They're young. They have a lot of potential in all them. They're growing. So I don't think you need to really fucking worry about the cornerback position. Are they going to struggle at times this year? Yeah, fuck, they will for sure. But can they get better? Yes, most definitely. All young players in a great system with a great fucking coach, dude. With Pete, Pete gets it out of all his players. He's done it for years, and he'll most definitely do it here. You go to your fucking linebackers. You look at your linebackers. You're sitting there saying Pratt, fucking Landon Roberts, White, fucking now Jamal Adams. Great. All 4 are good fucking linebackers. Who the fuck else you getting? Nobody else. So good linebacking fucking core right there. It's the goddamn DN position. I've said, I don't think when you're looking at your DT, fucking JJ Pegas showed up in this fucking deal against the Niners, played damn good football. He fucking stepped up in there. We just got that 2-foot fucking guy back that was playing damn good football. You have fucking Booker. That's probably the second best guy in this fucking team at the DT position. You got fucking Butler. Hemingway too. You got good fucking players at the DT. Malcolm Kuntz will be the fucking epitome of us. Mark it, dude. I don't give a fucking what anybody thinks, dude. If Malcolm Kuntz goes down, we're going to be a fucking hard team. They're going to run on us. They're going to run. We won't be able to control the run no more. And they know it. They know when there's no pressure, they just run the bitch right up there. I don't give a fucking who's up there. These guys go up there putting up 7 fucking yards per run in the preseason. What do you think they're going to do in the fucking regular season when we go against Patriots and we're playing fucking Henderson? Henderson gonna be fucking 10 yards per fucking run right down your throat. So you better fucking start getting shit together. And I don't care if you get Henderson, Trey Henderson, or you get fucking Parsons. I'm just saying, or Demarius Smith. I'm saying outside of them, we're hoping on a hope from Jaw Joyner. Good player, great development. Yes, nobody's gonna argue that. You can be a good player and have good development and still, take time on the team. We need to develop players. Who the fuck we develop on this team? Max Crosby out of fucking 53 players, like it's pretty shit. Like fucking one damn dude. Like again, we need to take the time to make the players good. So in my opinion, I just think,
yeah.
I think we just got to get better at the fucking position I think the DN position is going to hurt us. I can't reiterate it. I think you have a good team built around you. You have potential. You can get better as the season goes on. Who the fuck replaces him if he don't fucking produce? That's all I would say, because if I'm going to spend the money and try to be better as a team, we will be better. Market, like you will be a better fucking team. There is not a damn doubt, but that's my personal opinion. That's how I feel. It ain't facts. I'm just saying that's how I feel, because I think that's what it's going to be, the Achilles of us, literally, like his, so most definitely we should protect ourselves. Even if, what would it matter if Kuntz goes back to a rotational player for this year, so he doesn't have to put as much strain on it and don't fuck it up, like we don't want to lose Kuntz because he has the potential to be a great player. Like, it's just facts. He has shown he has the potential. If he has the time, he can be good. Then that's how I feel. So we can talk about it or move on. It's just my opinion.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Rudy.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's interesting because of now we got another, a hybrid tackle / defensive end. It seems like Tyree Wilson might be used as mostly a backup rotational defensive end. He dropped weight. He's no longer 277. He's 263, making him a little quicker and faster a little bit, so he could pass rush quicker. Even though his job is mostly an inside attack, he's not really a true edge rusher, but more of a pass rusher. Kind of like a Howie Long more than like a Khalil Mack. So I'm thinking he's a plan B in case Malcolm Kuntz doesn't,
Tyree's trash, bro. Dude been here for multiple years. He can lose weight. What's his number one strength is the bull rush, dude. He dropped to 265 and think he's gonna do the bull rush. He has no flex, no fucking bend. He's never fucking been an elusive fucking pass rusher anywhere close to max. His strength is his strength physically. So for him to lose weight, probably gonna hurt him even more. You ever see the guy do drills when he's moving around the goalpost trying to fucking bend under players he doesn't have that bending type of player. He's not that dude.
And that's what an edge rusher is, yeah.
He is a bull rush power player. So if we're sitting here gonna take our fucking deal on him, I'll take my luck with Jaw Joyner. I'll take my luck with Jaw Joyner.
Oh, there we go.
Fucking Tyree Wilson. And do I like Tyree? Yeah, but we're sitting here talking about a guy gets 5 sacks in a season, and people are like, "Oh, he's growing." Oh, fuck. What was the sack for the league? 17. Like, fuck, dude. We're talking about Max getting 12, and he's an elite, and we're saying 5. Like I'm fucking good on that. Like, a broken watch is right 2 times a day. If a player runs into you and you get him out of fucking games, I mean, are we saying that's skill or is that luck? Like fucking, there's a big difference when Max dominates his fucking player versus a dude that fucking gets held up and can't do shit. Once he gets held up, he reminds me of goddamn, what's his name? Fucking Yannick Ngakoue, dude. When he got fucking held up, he just stops, fucking stands there. Like, what the fuck, like, yeah, I'll pass on that shit. You know, like I ain't
Well, I
fucking.
tried.
I would sign Demarius Smith in a heartbeat for $10 million over him. Demarius Smith get 13 sacks a year. You know, fucking yeah, I'm signing him all day. 10 million. Fuck. You know, like I think Tyree can be good, but fucking I mean, unless he pops off 10 fucking sacks, I mean, I think everybody's gonna always look at him as a bust until he goes to the Niners next year or something and gets fucking 8 sacks, and people are like, see, you know, like because it's what usually happens to us from fucking Arden Key to Cleveland Farrell and so on, you know. But I just think Tyree ain't saving us shit. You know, the fucking guy. I think his best trait is the run. Like I think he's good in the run. He can most definitely stop the run, but if we're betting money on him fucking pass rushing, fuck that. If I'm in Vegas, I ain't putting no money on that.
I think Tyree's best position is defensive tackle. I
Same.
mean,
I've said that the whole time.
he plays better because he has a guy on either side about the speed because he ain't never been known for his speed, especially getting off the ball. But and Jaw Joyner, I mean, that's a very interesting prospect. But am I mistaken, or is he UDFA? Not that that matters, but we got him at
Yeah, he is,
UDFA.
and he
Okay.
is, and he's a
So
good little kid.
how is he going to step into a tackle position or an end position in the NFL coming in? Obviously, his talent level isn't as good, or he would be, but you never know what it turned out to be. But I'm impressed with him, but I I I don't know, man. It's like, if Coons goes down, who the F do we have? And I don't know.
There was Snowden, but
Well, he's probably going to get suspended for 3 games.
Damn right, and he's probably gonna fucking drink again. Like players like that always hurt the team. Like, what if we start losing fucking guys like, well, fuck, go drink again? You know, like you got
Might
to
as
think
well.
about
I'm
like
off.
this is what I'm not concepting. I guess in my mind, why are we justifying every sorry fucking player on this team over a fucking elite motherfucker in the NFL? I'm not concepting it. Like I'm literally, it's like goddamn dog shit to fucking prime steak, you know, like, and I don't know why we would justify those players over a player of their dude. He's fucking all their careers put together wouldn't amount to that fucking guy's career, you know, like that's all I'm trying to say. Like we're comparing to that we would go with fucking Tyree Wilson over Parsons, and what
no
fucking
way.
world? Like in what fucking world? You know, like we're not fucking doing that. There ain't no fucking way we're playing on the field fucking football and my picks up and I'm like Micah Parsons or fucking Tyree Wilson. Like, no fucking way. Like, I know who the fuck I'm picking, you know, and that's all I'm trying to say. Like, why are we trying to justify broken players that's already been here for multiple years, have barely shown any fucking type of deal? Malcolm Coons showed promise from day fucking one. It was the goddamn coaching staff that didn't want to play him. It wasn't that motherfucker couldn't produce. He was producing from day one. But these motherfuckers ain't. You know, like these guys ain't.
Well,
And I've said
I
it.
don't think anybody's.
I've said it from day one about Tyree Wilson. I've said he reminds me of DeForest Buckner. I would put weight on him and put him in the DT, man. The motherfucker got a hell long arm span. He's fucking that lanky dude, like, and he's fucking strong as fuck. I said, get that dude 300 pounds. This dude gonna hurt motherfuckers, dude. Like, but we're talking about dropping weight. Like, fuck, dude. I don't know. I think that hurt him, in my personal opinion. I hope he proves me wrong. But fuck, I think Wilson's strength would have been to be bigger. Because if he's bigger, he can dominate motherfuckers. Now he's gonna get smaller and think he's just gonna get around them. I mean, look, I've watched a lot of drills of him and Max, dude, in the camp, fucking pole drills, fucking goalpost drills. This fucking guy can't even bend around a fucking goalpost with his arm on it, fucking going around. And he's gonna go take on Trent Williams. Yeah, right. Yeah, fucking right. He gonna get Trent Williams gonna fucking bitch that fool. And you know fucking damn well if Trent didn't play in that Niners fucking practice, because him and fucking Max would have went at it. Max would have lined up over there because Max want that smoke. Like, and they were like, fuck, Kyle's like, nah, we already down too many fucking players here. We're not doing that shit. Like, you already know. And that's why that's how you know when you elite and you badass. And now you're telling me you got Parsons and Max, they both want that smoke. You know, like, you're not dominating them. Like, and I'm telling you, name me a duo in the whole NFL that would even come close. There ain't a fucking duo in the NFL that even come close to that shit. You know, but
there's no doubt picking Micah Parsons up or Mika Parsons. I thought it was Micah, but
I
you
don't
guys
know.
all seem to agree that it's Mika. So I don't know how to say. Okay,
Mika.
It's
okay.
Mika.
Oh, it's Mika. Okay. Well, Parsons. I mean, there's no doubt. I mean, what he can do for the team. I mean, that's without question. It's just, can the Raiders figure out a way? Because I don't know. I'm a fan. You know, I'm not in the office. So if they can figure out a way to get him, and they say, yeah, let's do this, I'll be a happy motherfucker, man. Because I'm
Well,
a
you got to think
defensive
about that
guy
point,
too.
right? Any rich
Huh?
person, if they want it, they're going to get it. And I think in the NFL, you have to be, like I said earlier, you got to drop your balls. Like when the time to go make fucking moves, it's time to make moves, no matter what it costs you. Are you trying to win in 5 years? Are you trying to win right now? Those two big fucking deals.
Yeah.
So sometimes when you're trying to win now, means sometimes you need to push your chips all in. You know, you don't fucking safeguard them.
Well,
Think you're gonna win the pot. You got to call this other motherfucker's bluff, and you need to go get it. You know, like, and that's kind of just how I feel. That's how I feel because if we're saying that we got to give up 2 firsts, okay, this is how I would have to answer it. Do we believe Gino's going to win us fucking for 2 years? Is Gino going to fucking win us games? Do we think we make the playoffs 2 years with Gino? If the answer is yes, I have no problem giving up the 2 picks because one, you're justifying you're not going after a quarterback for the next 2 years, which is fine. We're obviously okay with Gino. The second one saying that, hey, we're fucking valuing Parsons in the draft, in the 2026 draft, the best defensive end in the fucking draft. I fucking clearly think he is 26 years old, already got 50 some odd sacks, 53 fucking sacks, 4 years. Yeah, I don't think there's another guy out there that's better than him. So if we're saying that we justify him at that position for the team, I'm all about the pick because all we're doing is
I didn't really finish my statement, but I'm agreeing with you in getting Micah Parsons. All I was saying was, I was gonna say was that if the Raiders make it happen, I'll be, happier than shit. I want it to happen too, but it's just whether the Raiders can pull it off. And so I don't know about 2 number ones, but that's pretty steep. But if
we
that's
gave
what it
Matt
takes, and the Raiders
for
say,
it.
yeah, we could do it. Spytech does not like giving away draft picks.
No, I don't think so. But when a guy can draft 7 rounds at his caliber, and he's looking at, I've said, if you're not looking at your quarterback for in 2 years, I think you can justify the pick. I think you can justify it because, look, Archie's not leaving out of the NFL or college till he's in the 2027 draft. That's when everybody's contract has 0 dead money, max included with Gino. So if we're sitting there saying like you have a chance at Archie, you have a chance at Nico, you have a chance at numerous people in that year, then you have your first back, and that's pretty much when the best draft for quarterbacks would be, and that would be Gino's 3rd year. Right. So if we're saying that we're getting Max at, what's Max, like 27, 26, 27, and we're getting Parsons at 26, and we get them both for 5 years, I mean, that's 31 years old. Like usually that's probably like when they're literally in their prime coming down.
Prime.
Yeah. So I think if we're saying like we can win it, do we believe we can win a Super Bowl with Pete? Like that's where we got to start pushing the question, because if we believe in Pete and we believe in the offense of where it's at right now, and we believe in the defense that the corners can grow. You're at a good defensive middle or the middle linebacker position. If the DN position is the position that can make us that next great team, then I think you just have to do it. I mean, what do we have to lose? Like, what do we have to lose? We've already lost.
Yeah.
We've been losing.
Yeah.
Who cares if
Yeah.
if the contract fails? It's the Raiders' fucking history that it does. We just gotta hope it doesn't this time. Like that's really what it is, because it's easy to say we fall back on this. This doesn't work. Yes, it doesn't. But hopefully one day it does fucking work. And if you're sitting here saying that if any trade, even why did Devontae come here? He always said he wanted to be a Raider, right? He said, I wanted to be a diehard Raider. I wore a jersey, blah, blah, blah. He told this whole bullshit fucking story. The real reason why he came here was because he went to school with Derek Carr, who's one of his best friends outside of Aaron Rodgers.
That was his brother.
He wanted to fucking have a good career with Carr. The minute Carr got traded, he didn't want to fucking be here. Oh, Jimmy, he's fucked those hospital balls. Oh, I don't want to fucking be here. Blah, 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 blah.
And now he's all happy with it.
He's at the
He hated
Rams.
Josh McDaniels
This
the
is
most.
my best friend. Like, come on, it's bullshit. Like, there's
With
you guys
less,
are
he's going to be playing now.
with certain tendencies when they come here. Parsons is the fucking one of the best, if not the best in the NFL. He is not trying to fucking end his career at any point right now. And when he looks to the side of him, he has a guy that believes the same shit. He ain't fucking quitting. Max ain't giving up. Max is only going to be here for 5 more years, 3, 4, whatever he may. But everybody knows that in the NFL, and us as fans know, Max is not going nowhere. So when you have a guy on the other side that's the same way, I think it's the hardest position in football when you're pressuring people. It's just it would be great, and you guys are right. Like, it would come down to what it is. I just say we got to justify it. We have to justify it. Every position on the team, when we look back at it and say we're a good team, where do we hurt the most? If it's that position, I think you got to pull the trigger. And if they believe that there's a corner inside here that's Richardson or somebody that's just not going to cut it and we have to trade, then do that if that's what's more important. But if they believe that the corner position is development and it's going to grow and that we don't need to make that trade, then why not spend the money? We have the fucking money. We don't need to hold on to it and look at it and say, look how much we have. Like, spend the fucking money, dude. Like, I'm all game on bringing them here. And the draft picks, I've said, if you're not looking quarterback and you're looking at him as the first round pick of next year's draft because of value, his value beats anybody out in there outside of quarterback. If we're getting, don't get me wrong, if Smith from Ohio was coming in there, then I would be like, yeah, I don't know. If I had a chance to fucking draft him, I would probably not take that first, but he's not. So there's not a player outside of the quarterback if you're looking to develop, but do they believe in Cam Ward, or Cam Miller, like we have the young players we've never had before. Like, that's what's crazy about this team right now is like we have good players all over this thing, young, older, fucking, like, we have a good team. But either way, I've been on this topic for a minute. If you want, Mike, you wanted to talk about Kelly.
Do you have time? I just wanted to say one other thing too about the whole thing with what you're saying about Micah or Bruce Parsons and Max on 2 ends. Plus, we got Adam Butler as a tackle, and these, Tyree Wilson.
You there?
Yeah, what happened? I saw you waving your hand, so I thought you said you
Oh
were saying
no,
stop.
I just was. Don't mind me. Whenever I salute the people in the chat while you're talking, man. It's all whenever I
Oh,
look
okay, no
here
problem. I just didn't know if you
and
wanted me to stop.
talking
But
over, just say, "Hey, salute, bro." Like, I don't mind me,
yeah,
man.
no problem. Uh, no, I was just gonna say with your point with 2 defense fans rushing up on the outside, and then you have a good defensive tackle room. Adam Butler, we know is going to do good. We got Tonka, we got Tyree, we got Pegas. that could be the other tackle. So you get the pressure at the middle, quarterback has nowhere to go. You know. So anyway, that was it on the defensive line you were talking about.
Yeah, if you have anything else you want to end, Rudy, and then we can move on to the.
The younger defensive guys, we see them, they show potential, but like I said, they always show potential, but then all of a sudden they don't look so good in the regular season. I'm not saying that will happen. I'm just saying it can happen. The preseason is just a taste. That's all it is. When it comes to the regular season, it's about taking a slice of that cake or pie. So it's like I said, preseason just gives you an idea, a good idea of the team. But the regular season, that's the real deal. So we'll have to see. I mean, we're getting the taste of what the team is going through, but hopefully we'll get the whole pie this time.
Yeah, I've always said when it comes to the preseason and people have that attitude, Max ain't doing that. Aiden Hutchins ain't doing that. Nick Bosa ain't doing that. Fucking, Bijan Robinson, fucking Justin Jefferson, Jamar Chase. When you're a good player, you push every fucking deal regardless of preseason. When I'm pretty sure when Max was playing against the Niners in this preseason game, he ran that motherfucker down twice in the backfield like a motherfucker. Like when you're playing to play, you play every down. It doesn't matter if it's preseason or not. You can't come out there and say, I'm going to play this way in preseason, but when we start the season, I'm going to play that. That's not how great players play. Yep. Like, there's a reason these dudes separate themselves by a massive mile because Max ain't fucking out there Max can do that shit. If there's a player on the team going to take it easy on a fucking rat, it should be Max. He knows damn well when they blow the whistle to go in week 1, he's going to go eat your ass. But there ain't nothing saying that on these other motherfuckers because guess what? When the whistle blew for the last fucking, 10 years of their career, they ain't done shit yet. So, I don't buy that. Like, I think for me, you got to, if you're going to be good, you got to be good from day one, from the start. I've said it. The minute that those pads came on, did Geno change his shit? Yeah. He's fucking been playing damn good ball. He went from throwing interceptions in camp fucking every fucking day to put on the pads, and now he's done nothing but drop dimes. Like there's a big difference when you have a good team and you get to this point in time, you start showing the fuck up. Like you got a week left. What's your excuse when you don't play next week or this week? They're going to be like, well, you're going to sit out this week. Like, fuck that. Like, we're going to probably sit our starters this week, dude. Like, we're going to probably play more seconds, thirds, and fourths, but I totally disagree. Like, if I was the coach, I'd be like, nope, you motherfuckers are playing till halftime, and then you're going to go sit out because we're fucking starting after next week. Like, we're going to go to 4 fucking quarters, fucking 60 minutes. Like, nah, hell no. What makes you think taking a break right now going to help you then? Like, you've been practicing and practice. It's time to go play football. Like, there's going to be teams out here that are the Eagles, Washington, like the Chiefs, like, you think the Chiefs getting dirted on? Fuck, they got dirted on the last few games. I think I'll find out if their offense is good or defense. Like, how do you say that you practice against your own team and you're good? Like, fuck, if that'd be like me practicing in the mirror and be like, yep, beat you every time. Like, you can't do that shit. You can't fucking do that. You got to go against motherfuckers don't like you, dudes that are jamming on you, fucking dudes want to throw you down and fucking laugh at you. Like, that fucking, I don't know where that, that type of shit in my mind comes from because I know how when I played, dude, like I was always like, look up at that ball, motherfucker, when you're running across that field, I'm going to fuck you up, dude. Like, you better be looking at me with your hands like this, holding the ball land in your fucking hands, because the minute you go like that, pow, just fucking crack them, dude. Just boom, get the fuck out, dude. Like, those are people you love sleeping on. And I've always said, like, when I practice, I never was over there sitting there saying, like, oh, it's just practice. Fucking, nope, it ain't just pads. I always said, if I didn't bust my ass here in this motherfucker, I don't make the team. Then I'm going to sit out all fucking summer long and not do jack shit. Fuck that. I'm playing every fucking down to make this motherfucking team every year, every time. Like, that's why Max is as good as he is, because He probably plays it when he's playing fucking eating lunch. There's just certain people that, I mean, that's why I say football ain't cut out for everybody, man. And we just, for whatever reason, as a Raiders franchise, we always settle for people like Tyree. Can he be a good player? Yeah, but should he be a starter? No. Like, fuck, it was just like Gardner. Like, people talked up Gardner. Should he be a starter? Hell, fuck no. Look where he's at. Backup. Like, we were the only dumbasses that are like, start him. Fucking, that's just what we do, So, I don't know. I've talked on it enough, but I just think fucking we can't keep making them dumbass mistakes. Like, we have to make a move. If you can't get two of the best players at the position in all of the NFL, and we think it's going to fail, we're never going to win. Just face that. Like, you got to accept that at a certain point, no matter who you get on the team, no matter who you bring here, we are fucking cursed. Unless John Gruden comes back, because I believe it's the John Gruden curse, because when motherfucker Al shipped him to Tampa Bay, I swear to God, I've said it's been the Gruden curse ever since. So, you know what I mean? Like, we're never going to win. So we've got the best quarterbacks, best receivers. We got a great team at the moment, but I don't want to keep talking about it. Mike, let's talk about Kelly and the practice and what he adds to the team.
Man, I really think he's been balling out. That's what I've been hearing. I'm not practicing, but the clips I've been seeing of him and stuff really amazes me is how they're putting him in different positions. They're playing him a lot at slot. And if they can play him at slot, if he can take over the slot position, then that relieves Jeremy Chin from having to come down and play the slot. We can let that dude free roam and just go kill people. And because that's where we've been sucking is slot. Since we got rid of Hobbs. Well, I know it's just last year, but when Hobbs hasn't been in there from injuries. So if he can fill that spot, but he's not only been doing that, he's been playing, right side, left side, deep, short. They've been putting a load on him, and all they're saying is good things about him. That's what I got on Kai Butelli.
What do you think, Rudy?
Yeah, it's good to get a slot receiver to replace the injured, departed Nate Hobbs, and the nickelback situation. I mean, yeah, if you're gonna move Danny Chin to, I think Danny Chin or Daniel Chin, whatever, Jeremy Chin would be better as the strong safety, but on special plays, he should play the nickelback. Like if he's going up against Travis Kelce, but I wouldn't have him playing the nickelback situation because when he goes against a speedy slot receiver, actually the nickelback going against a speedy receiver, that's where Jeremy Chin's going to struggle. When you got some speedy guys, just pass by him really quickly because Chin is not about speed; he's meant about taking out guys. But if he's going up against Travis Kelce or any other tight end that's like a Travis Kelce, that's where you want to put him in there for special plays. I'd rather keep him primarily at the strong safety position. And, that's where I would put him at. But only on certain special plays, I would put him as a nickelback, because I think it's a good scheme like against a Travis Kelce because Kelce's been a thorn to every linebacker or every safety or every corner that's tried to cover him, But he has been declining a little bit. But he's still a threat, though. May not put the numbers like he used to, but he's still going to help put those W's on. It's very crucial to stop Travis Kelce.
Yeah, I think that's why they signed Jamal, because if you think about, you're talking about Chin.
Yeah.
Is that who you're talking? So
yeah, I mean they could do
Chin. I thought straight up like that would be the best option to do that. Bring him down in there, play him in the slot. I talked about that for months. What I think happened here is you got to remember Dan Quinn started under Pete Carroll under the Legend of Boom. That's his defense coordinator. He taught him everything. He knew how Dan Quinn played fucking Chin last year because he did that same thing. He played him in safety, linebacker, slot corner. But I think his intention was to do that initially.
Yeah.
But when we were able to sign Jamal Adams, I think that took care of that because I think he'll want Chin to stay out where he's at his best. And I think Jamal Adams offers you the slot corner linebacker because that's what he's going to do. He's going to get after the quarterback rushing. He's going to play in the fucking slot with Kelsey. He's going to hurt Kelsey. Like Jamal fucking 29 ready to knock that motherfucker for sure. Like he's gonna clean him, dude. And I've said it. I think Pete, you got to remember, Pete played with Jamal in Seattle. He traded first round picks for him and had him over there. He had him as a Pro Bowl, but he knows his coverage skill out back doesn't work. I think keeping Chin in that backfield as much as possible, we don't become a liability. You already seen it in the preseason. He already got a pick off in the preseason. Like, we don't get shit like that. Like, people will say, Trayvon used to get, no, Trayvon got the ball thrown at him and he caught the fucking ball. There's a difference when Chin jumped the fucking route and took the fucking ball. There is a massive difference there, so, and I think when you have Paulo and you have Edmonds and you have Chin in that back, man, you talk about hard. Like, all of them can pick the ball off. All of them you can't just throw on them like that. Like when you try to air it out over the backfield and they're back there, that's going to be dangerous. But I agree with you 100%. Chin is a great player. I talked about him playing down in there because I think that did give us our best. But I think Jamal is the replacement of that, in my opinion. It's just my personal opinion. I do believe they'll still move Chin down there sometimes, but I believe they've got Jamal for that reason.
Yeah. Well, what I was trying to say was Tyler Kelly is they're putting him in different positions and he's excelling, so
yeah,
he can find a spot somewhere. I'm not saying he's always going to be a slot, cornerback or whatever, but they can move him around. They have been, and he's been excelling at all the positions. So it gives
yeah, I
him
think he'll be
versatility.
primarily slot or corner two in the slot because Kelly will benefit us massively in the slot, dude, on this team for sure. But at the same time, if he's rotating with Porter, as the two and the slot,
right?
I think Kelly most definitely will do that 100% because he's good, man. I mean, I don't know if you guys remember, Pete Carroll brought that fool to Seattle just a few years ago. He brought him there, had him on his team, was trying to get him to make the team, but they ended up having to cut him. And I can't remember why they cut him, though. I think it was just because they were going into the season and they needed the spot. I'm almost positive that's what he got cut for, but I can be wrong. But long story short, Pete knows the guy. And this time, him coming around, he's been playing damn good ball. Like in the reports today, basically said he was fucking locked on to every fucking dude out there and that he played better than Porter fucking played out there, period. So you got to start thinking about that shit when you're getting down to the wire. And if he's playing that good, I mean, it doesn't matter if Porter backs him up. He'll still play rotational and still get the snaps and just be the two. But this is where it comes into another JPJ conversation. Like, do you move Porter off that spot, make him a rotational because he's not going to play slot? Or do you take Kelly because Kelly can play slot and he makes the team better playing slot, and you let Porter play on the outside and get the reps? Like, it's another JPJ versus does JPJ play center and, we suck at right guard with Alex Kappa or somebody, or does JPJ say, fuck it, I'll play right guard because Meredith can play center and it makes us better? Like, that's what the question would come down to in this situation, in my opinion. But I don't know. I mean, I think, like I've said, I think the Raiders got a really good team if you're able to get it out from the coaches. Like Chip's offense looks good, so I don't think like we're worried. Like if we got Genty out there, I mean, look, they said today Jamal laid the fuck out of Genty. They said that Jamal Adams caught Genty in the back and just cracked the shit out of him. So like I'm telling you, Jamal Adams coming here to hurt motherfuckers this year. And if he faces up on Kelsey, he's gonna catch that ball fucking with the ball down, because Kelsey be reaching down, get that ball. That ball's just gonna pop, motherfucker. Like that's what I'm saying. Like we have a chance. Like if the team plays well with all the additions we have, and we can get a Parsons, like I think, dude, we got a great chance to win second in this division, if not fucking higher. I mean, I've said there's too many teams here hurting this year. You got to take advantage now. Like will it hurt us in draft capital, like drafting wise? I would say if we didn't have Spytek and Pete, I would say hell fuck yeah, it would. But when you have Spytek and Pete, it reminds me of like Bill. You can go win a Super Bowl and still draft good motherfuckers. So I mean, that's kind of just how I feel right now. Like if we go in there and go into the playoffs and go high, I don't think having these guys, drafting players, like I don't think we're gonna hurt from it. I think we're only gonna gain. So I most definitely do it. And then tell me that you gave up 2 first-round picks, but your fucking picks are 32nd. Like I'd be all right with that.
That's true.
So I don't know. I think Kelly will be a great add on the team, 100%. I think the guy is fucking very competitive. He can press on dudes. Like that's what we're used to, press man corners. But we're gonna be playing a lot of zone this year, so I don't know how that might hurt us. But they're all playing good. You know who bothers me the most, and I'm dead serious, is Stokes, dude. Like I haven't seen no play from the guy, and I did see it preseason a little bit, but I ain't seen no real play from him, and I'm worried. I'm telling you, I'd rather roll with Richardson and fucking Porter as the two. Like if it was me, I'd fucking roll with Richardson and Porter. But I mean, I just got to see. He. I don't know if he's good enough to have the first spot, then I guess he earned it. I'm not going to say nothing bad to take it, I just don't know. I know when I read reports about Kelly because he's doing it, and there's video to say it. But when they say about Stokes or Eric Stokes, I've yet to see shit. I've yet to see a fucking nothing on him. It's just like when
nothing either.
Jacoby and Gino are doing good in camp. Fuck, show me the video. Like I see fucking Tucker and fucking Bowers and fucking those guys doing good. I ain't see shit from fucking Jacoby. Like fucking show me the videos. Why you showing me all the other guys, but you can't show me those ones? Like fuck, something here ain't adding up.
Yeah.
But I don't know. That's just my thinking. I'm fucking weird. But like I said, I think we got a good corner. I think we got a good corner room. So either way, you guys want to keep speaking on Kelly, or you want to move to the next topic?
I'm good on Kelly.
I'm good.
All right. We can go to O-line. Whose topic was that? Yours, Rudy?
Line with the run blocking, yeah.
Yep. All right. You can go. Let's go there.
Yeah, with the O-line blocking last year, we were ranked 32nd in the NFL. We were dead last. And I know people said Zamir White ran into the blockers. He ran into the blockers because he wasn't patient because they weren't blocking that well. That's the reason. It's not always just one player. This whole team, they just all were out of sync. And like I said, when you get an Ashton Genty guy, you have to build around him so that he can have good blocks. He has good vision to follow blocks. And when he follows those blocks, he makes something happen. Once he passes the line of scrimmage, he's very successful. And that's what's crucial for the O-line. Although I didn't agree with the Meredith being the center and then JPJ going to right guard, but just because I didn't agree with it doesn't mean that it's not doing bad. But it seems like it's doing pretty good so far. They did do better in the against the 49ers, and we did get to see some Genty, and I was kind of glad because he looked terrible in Seattle, but he looked pretty good with the 49ers. And I like to see more Genty, but I like to see that O-line block. But when we mix up other O linemen, yeah, you're going to see a difference on how blocking is. The players, to see how good they are, they mix starters with backups or even third strings with backups. But we want to not just improve the starters, we want to improve everybody, the backups, and guys who don't block that well, they got to go. And we got to block, we got to run, we got to build up on the run like Jim Harbaugh did. He turned a team that sucked really bad in rushing, and that was the Chargers the year before. They sucked really bad. What did Jim Harbaugh do? He dropped their rank. They were dead last, and they're no longer dead last. I don't know what their rank was, but it was a lot better than dead last. I think they were mid-range or something. But that's better. If we can be mid-range, like either in the 10s or the 20s, it's an improvement. It's better than 32nd in the NFL. But we've got to do better blocking. It starts with the guard position. And if JPJ is better as a guard, right guard for now, and Dylan Parham, I'd rather not have Dylan Parham as a left guard. I'd rather have Charles Grant, who could be eventually the left guard, left tackle in the future. That's what I'd rather do. I mean, finding out that Dylan Parham was 285 and now he's like 330 plus, 330 plus pounds. I mean, that's too much weight, like almost 50 pounds of fat added to them, fat and water, and that doesn't make someone stronger or anything. Makes them slower and everything. I mean, that's a lot of weight. Someone like took him to a buffet, all you could eat, and then he got all big real quick. I mean, we just turned this guy from a Rikishi to a Yokozuna. I mean, that's too much weight. I mean,
I'm sorry, man. I got to mute
it's all
myself.
good. I don't mind people laughing. I mean, it's crazy though. But I'm kind of concerned.
I'm laughing with you, not at you.
Oh yeah, it's all cool. I'm used to criticism or even people laughing with me. I mean, I don't get butt hurt. I got skin like alligator skin, but if we're in my opinion, we'll see. If Dylan Parham doesn't do well, put Grant. You got Charles Grant. Move him to left guard. He could be a future left tackle. I wouldn't put him as a right tackle. He's a left tackle. That's what he really is. And then if Colton Miller gets hurt, that guy's the perfect replacement. Although I would say with Charles Grant, he needs to gain some more weight. But he did block pretty good, though. I mean, he did some in the preseason. He did some blocking pretty good. But right now, I would say put him as a left guard. I'd rather have him as starting left guard, and then he could be a future left tackle. When Colton Miller's contract's up, or if he's injured or whatever, you could put that guy there. I mean, I didn't think it was a bad drafting him. A left tackle who could play left guard and left tackle. And this will make his progression get better. So, if he plays that left guard position, it can progress him to be a better left tackle when he's ready to be a left tackle, when opportunity presents itself, So I'm seeing some improvements in that O-line. I am. I'm not going to say it's going to be great. All I'm saying is there's some improvements. I like to see more improvements, see how we do in the regular season. What do you guys think?
Are you going, Dustin, or you want me to go?
You can go. I'll speak next.
Okay. Offensive line. It's hard going after Rudy, man. Jesus, it's hard going after either one of you guys. But I think made a vast improvement from the Seattle game to the 49er game. But one of the things I did notice at the 49er game, at the Seattle game was Genty was running to the left and wasn't getting shit. And I think they moved him more to the right, running to the right, and there was a lot more going on. So I think the left side, I think Dylan Parham did a good job in pass coverage. I mean, Geno Smith said, "Man, I played 2 games, or in 2 games, and I haven't been touched yet." When they asked him about the offensive line, all I know is I ain't been touched yet, and offensive line made a big jump from Seattle week to 49er week, but Parham is a question mark. Yeah, I know he went to the buffet and beefed up a shitload of pounds, but I don't know if it was more of that or maybe he had more muscle too. I don't know. They have very good nutrition and training staff. I'm hoping that some of that weight at least was put on, you know, with cause instead of just, but going to buffets, that was funny. you know, I can gain 20. Yeah. Anyway, uh, but yeah, that's all. The offensive line, I have more confidence after the 49er game. If they play the starting offensive line, next week. So I don't think we're going to find out next week. So I don't think they're going to be playing very many of the starters. We might see Jackson Powers Johnson out there because he's in a new position. We might see John Meredith out there, because other than that, I don't see fucking DJ Glay. Uh, Definitely don't see Colt Miller being out there. And if they're not starting their entire offensive line after what the second line looked like last week, I don't want any of our starting players in the backfield. Genty, I don't want him back there. I don't want Gino back there if we ain't got the first five. I don't think they're going to start the first five. But you never know. Carroll's a different guy.
I agree. I think if you ain't playing your line to protect your players, then you'd be foolish to put your starters out the week before the game. I mean, that just
right.
We might start thinking about not having this guy as our head coach. I think at the end of the day, if Parham has played good the whole entire camp, I mean, obviously nobody's heard anything bad about him. Haven't heard reports about him struggling. You've only heard that he's actually doing better. So I've said it, putting on 50 pounds, that's a lot of weight for any person. And then not only that, you're talking about, when you put that weight on, are you conditioning to be able to adapt to being able to carry that? Because just go put a 50-pound sack on you and try to walk around town, and then let alone go play football like that. Like 50 pounds is a lot. And I don't care if you weigh 280 pounds or 60 pounds. Even when you're adding that to you, it's still a lot. So what I think is kind of like you said, he went through the preseason. He's already played pretty good. They went right downfield and fucking damn near scored every time. So I don't think that line, in my opinion, is even a problem. I've said it the whole deal. If Meredith can play that spot and they believe that, then that's what we need to do. So I don't even know if they'll play the starters in this game at all, period. So
I agree.
Yeah. I think they're going to play second. I think they'll play second stringers because they already know who their people are. I think you'll see more like people like Laffy Tassi, or however you say that guy's name. I think you'll see more of them playing, just to show development, gameplay. Because once the season starts, they're not playing no more. Not in the starters. So I think this game
they want to. After the game, not much longer after the game, they got to cut down to 53. So they want to find out their players, that are on the edge right now. I mean, I'm sure they have at least 4 players. I'm going to just throw that number out there that they're dead set, probably 48. And it's just finding out those last, 5, 6, 7 spots, whatever. That's what they got to work on in this game, and that's what they're going to do. So that's why I really don't care about the outcome of the game, as long as the players that are playing look like they're, and most of them are playing for their career right now.
That's facts. So that's where you also get your little gems that pop out because they know that will be the last time that they're going to play on this field for a long time. And you're right about other teams are going to be cutting players and they're going to be looking for a player. So even you want to play your best ball right now, because you got to remember you're on the Raiders, which a lot of people are already like, well, they already on the Raiders. They ain't good. So if that player's getting cut, he must really not be good. So you want to be able to showcase yourself good enough to where even if you don't make it here, somebody else will still see you somewhere else. And it goes to my motto all the time: shoot for the moon, and if you miss, you'll still hit a star. Like, don't set your standards so short that you're failing yourself. You got to set them so high that even if you don't reach it, you still reach somewhere else. So at this point, it's going to be very crucial. It's going to be very crucial because let's be real, some of these guys won't even never see a football field ever again in their life, and others will have to wait a whole entire year just to come retry the Rudy story. So the saga. So it's tough right here. So I'm hoping somebody steps out.
CFL, CFL or something, some other
Yeah.
league, But yeah, it's a sad day. I mean, these guys have been playing football their whole lives. It's sad to see him go, but I mean, 90 to 53 cuts have to
Yeah.
be made. So I
Yeah.
don't envy the staff with the talent we got on the team, especially on the bubble players. I don't envy this staff to three.
It's gonna be a tough one.
Uh,
I think we got some good backups too in the O line. So I'm not gonna lie, man. I mean, I think our team's good in the offense, man. If I'm just being honest, even if let's say that JPJ stays at the right guard and you still keep Alex Kappa, that's still a good backup.
right, right.
It's not like we're fucking sucking. So our team can still be good. Our team still can be good even if the players that we thought were coming here to start, if like that's why I'm saying you moving them around is what makes them better. And even if you're pushing a guy that you thought was starting, now he's your backup. Like fuck, I still think you're getting good production. So then my biggest fear would be that the cornerback position. Like even if like I want Parsons just because I think it can just make our team that much more deadly. But if we were to sit here and say, like, hey, what do you think the biggest weakness on the team is? I'd say corner. Like, if I'm just being dead ass honest, I would say cornerback position is probably the most scariest position for me because they're the second hardest group in the NFL. They have to mimic the best receivers in the world going forward, while most of these dudes are having to be looking backwards the whole entire time. So, you know, it's tough. It's really tough. So, and I think that's what gives Porter the advantage is he played receiver before he played corner, so he knows those tendencies and instincts. So he has an advantage on most corners in the league because most corners mimic. He already knows what they're doing. So in his mind, he can be going down the field with the dude and be like, all right, he's going to try to step me here and move out. Like he knows what they're going to do because he did it. Like I've always said, like certain corners just have it naturally, and others you have to have a blueprint, man. And I think he has a good blueprint. So if Kelly and him rotate Richardson, Stokes, or those are our four, I'm fucking cool with that. I think out of somewhere out of those four guys, we can get some shit done. So I'm 100% cool with it, but. I've just said my biggest weakness for the team has always been the corner, but I would still like Parsons. I think when we got the money and everything, I have no issue with it. Like I would just be like, fuck it. Like, can we win with them? Yeah, hell yeah, we can. And if we can't, then listen, we need to fire Patrick Graham. All right, let's just be real. If we can't fucking win with the fucking Max and Parsons, we just fire Max or fucking Patrick. Like he fucking sucks, dude. Like I would fire him. But either way, we're not talking about that.
Well, okay, I was going to talk about Patrick
No,
Graham
okay,
for a second.
go. Hey, I mean, I just wasn't. I just talk sometimes. You know what I mean?
No, that dude. I mean, every year he's been with us, the middle of the field has been open. It's that way this year,
Yeah.
even in the preseason games. The middle of the field, for some fucking reason, is always open. And they asked Pete Carroll, What about your coverage and stuff? Well, I'm not worried about the coverage. There's been no miscations or anything. Then why is some fucker running down the middle of our goddamn field with nobody within 10 yards of him? You know, that ain't a botched coverage. I don't know what the fuck is.
Same with the run. It's the same with the run. Like, let's just be real. Ever since he's been here, they can run right up with the fucking gut the whole entire time. Like, it's the pass and it's the run. Like, it's the biggest weakness, like they need to close that shit up, like straight up. And I'm telling you, if you have fucking Parsons and Max and you can't win, he fucking got to go. Like, you're not getting nothing better. He ain't getting better. You're not getting better. So you gotta go, motherfucker. Like, straight up. But all right. Rudy, you have anything else you want to add on your line?
No, I mean, just that, we do have good backups, like you were saying, like even like Charles Brandt. He could be a backup left tackle or a backup left guard. So, yeah.
Yeah, facts. You would want Grant so like, let's say that you're developing him for the future, right? You don't want him to play left guard or left tackle. You want to play left guard. You want to go out there, get reps at left guard, get immaculated in there. And then that way, when he's ready to move out to left tackle, he's already ready. He's already ready to go. So I think if Parham doesn't do good, you want Grant to take over that left guard position. That would be again, something I would do, because when you're trying to develop that type of player, let's be real. If Colton Miller goes out there and balls out, he's going to be waiting a minute. So if you want to start getting him trained now, you just put him in that left guard, let him get the next few years, and then push him out when he's ready. Like that's what I would do. It would give us the best development, the best way to, solidify the position down the road. It's when you're trying to just push a dude straight out there over a guy that's a Pro Bowler dominant, you're wasting your time. You're wasting your time. It's just like the Aiden conversation now. Like, Aiden should have tried to compete harder for the job, because now people are going to look at him as a backup, and then people are going to start saying, well, fuck, backups don't play. Like, that's how it usually goes. We're the only ones that are sitting here saying, like, our history says, oh, our starter's getting hurt, dude, and fucking backups playing. Like, let's be real. How many times did the backup play when Derek was here? Like, fucking never. So one fucking play. Like, when certain quarterbacks are there, you never see the backup. So why would we be wasting our time on an Aiden O'Connell to be the backup when we can trade him, get value, and then develop fucking Cam Miller, because we're not expecting him to play even as the fucking backup. The difference is he gets to take second team reps. He gets to hear shit through the headphones on the sideline and everything. Like, there's a whole different way about how he's getting information and he's fucking getting developed. When you're farther down the board, you don't get that kind of treatment. So for me, like, do we believe in Geno that he's going to go be healthy all year long and fucking go win us a fucking Super Bowl and all this? That's implying he's the quarterback. So I'm just saying, at that point, Aiden's just been a 50-50 quarterback even when he has played. There's nothing saying that if he was to get in that position, he's going to win. Aiden's a really good camp body, but he's already shown this year, for whatever fucking reason it is. And I always have stuck up for Aiden. Like, he is not same player when the game starts. I said he looked better under Luke Getsy than he looks under fucking Chip Kelly. But Cam Miller is the opposite. Cam Miller looks really good under fucking Chip Kelly. So sometimes we got to do what's best for the team, push everything into the deal. You got Pete Carroll literally going to the podium saying, like, fucking that, Aiden fucking isn't gelling with it. He's fucking slowing down the offense, progressions, fucking things of these. Like, they're not looking through their deal. They're not being fast processing them. It's like I said, this offense has gone fast tempo. It's just gone fast tempo. And you want to make sure that all your quarterbacks in the same room are all the same, because you're teaching the same shit. You think Chip Kelly has to stop and he's got to be like, okay, for you two quarterbacks, we're going to do this because you're faster and you can move and this and that. But this quarterback, we need to come up with a whole nother game plan. Like, a coach don't want to do that shit. Like, unless you're the next fucking Steve Young, Joe Montana, something like that, maybe. But for the fact that, you know, you've been fighting and you haven't got it yet, I think it would be easier for him to say, hey, let's fucking get rid of this guy so I don't got to write up a whole entire different fucking game plan, and let's go get somebody more similar to him. You know, the two guys that we have, so that way we're only writing one game plan for everybody. You know, like, I don't know, man. Like the team for like I like Aiden, I like who he is, but I just think, like I said earlier, well, I think we got to do what's best for the team right now. It's what makes us better as a whole. Like the less moving pieces in here make us learn the system faster and develop faster. The more moving pieces in here that are having different playbooks, different calls, different this, different that, this player has to be in here with this player, you know, that's when shit just starts getting out of whack no matter who takes over. So I don't know. I think for me, and the topic I was going to be on is about Cam just getting more playing time. Because I believe like we're at the point, like we're getting into the season, right? Do we all know who Aiden is? We believe Aiden's the dude that put up 63 on the backups against the Chargers. So it's okay. He did that on the, you know, second and third stringers. But when fucking dude goes out, Cam goes out here and throws a touchdown on second and third, it's fucking different story, right? Fucking second and third is second and thirds, you know, but you know, I'm not discrediting Nate in certain deals. Like, did he go and play good in Kansas City with 340 yards, 2 touchdowns, 0 interceptions, Bauer 110 and a touchdown and so on? Yeah, he did. He fucking did do that. But at the end of the day, he only did it once or twice. You know, it's just like the Meek Robinson effect. You can go out there and play good in one fucking game, get a pick, and out the fucking game, and everybody's praising you, right? But what happened in the next 16 fucking games? You know, are we going to sit there and say, hey, man, in week 7, we're like, you know, we really needed you, man. But you remember week 1 when you got that fucking interception? Like, all right, like we're fucking losing. You know, we're losing. We're not going to win shit. Yeah. You can't do that. You got to fucking play week 1 through week 17 the same fucking way. You got to show up every goddamn fucking day. And when you don't show up today, you need to most definitely show up next motherfucking week and make up for the shit you didn't make or do the week you didn't show up. You know, like you can't do that shit where you're sitting here writing a player where you're like, you know, you got that one deal, man. So we're all right with that. Like, well, you can't do that. We're going to be a weak ass fucking team. So I think like where we're at. So like Harbaugh. You know, Harbaugh holds people responsible. He holds you accountable. So when he came out of college where everybody said he wasn't going to win, you just said it. He took his run game and made it better. He did that with goddamn Gus Edwards and fucking KJ Dobbins, bro. Both 2 injury prone ass halfbacks, dude, from the Ravens, brought him over here and fucking went out there and pounded the fuck out of the ball all year long. And now, 1 year later, this dude fucking drafts motherfucking Omarion Hampton and fucking signs Elijah Harris. Massive improvement. Like, massive improvement. Like, and you're telling me him putting up 1,000 fucking yards with those 2 fucking guys last year compared to these 2, they're going to pound the fuck out of that ball, dude. Like, there's no doubt, you know? So you most definitely need to be ready for that shit. And we've been weak against the run. It's just straight fucking facts. And I've said it, when we're gonna face the Patriots, and now we're gonna face the Chargers, and they're just running up the gut. Like, we're not winning shit, you know. So
Chargers sucked at running the game until Jim Harbaugh came. They hadn't been a running team since LT. You know, that was the last time they were a true running team. They sucked in running, and now they're a running team now. You know. And Jim Harbaugh just get some players that, you know, journeyman running backs. He fixed that old line to make them a better run blocking. So they run block better. They had, like you said before, they had the players. They just weren't being utilized right. And now he's utilizing them better than the last coach that they fired, you know.
And he did it in 1 year. The year he came right in there, you know, and when you're looking at a player like Pete's done the same things. Pete's come into fucking franchises, literally fucking turned teams around that year and fucking got them playing that good that year. The problem is like sometimes you play favoritism to certain players, or you want to hold on to certain players because of certain things. All I would say, for us to be good in this team, you just got to be honest, dude. You got to be honest about the players, the cuts, how they're doing. If this guy's sucking today and he sucked tomorrow, but he had one good game, but this other guy is showing up every day, average, that's the guy you need to sign. You need to sign this guy because he's showing up every fucking day, and he doesn't need to be showing up at a very high level. He just needs to show up at a consistent level. Like it's something like you said earlier, is where you don't have to have superstars in every position, because that's not how the NFL has been played, not ever, and it shouldn't be played that way ever. It's always been built off a core of certain players, 4 players on the whole team, and then they build around them with average players, but they end up playing better than average. They actually become Hall of Famers and go on, but they weren't like that when they got there. It's the people that they were around that created them into that player, and then they just excelled and took off. When you have people pushing you, I've said it, imagine Max is the loudest voice in that room. We could all agree there's probably nobody close to Max's energy, but only one guy can yell so much, dude, and so loud for people to hear it. Who's the next guy that's got that voice, dude? Like, you don't have that fucking voice to another guy. So I've always said, like, if you're going to go and get those people to get on that boat and come to you, you get another Parsons, or just say a player of those calibers, you're going to start migrating 2 different ways for the same team, for the same purpose, just 2 different outlets versus one straight to everybody, so I don't know, man. Like I've said, I think our team can be really good. Like if Geno shows up, we're good. I think we're going to be just damn fine, because our biggest issue, to be honest, over the last few years, it has been the quarterback position. They ain't fucking close. So the quarterback position just suck. But can you see Geno going out there and putting up 21 a game? Like, fuck, I could. I mean,
it's possible. A good running game would help him take the pressure off him, because if he throws the ball like 60% of the time, he will not succeed. If he's like in the 50s, he'll be okay, throwing the ball in the 50s. But if he's throwing the ball constantly like 60 or higher, he will not do that well. Derek Carr can get away with it, or even go higher than that, but the running game will absolutely help Geno Smith. And if we can get that running game going and be a 50-50 team, I think we have a good chance at being a wild card team this year. But I don't know if we would be a wild card. At best, maybe 8 wins or 9 wins. But 9 wins wouldn't get us to be a 7th seed. I think 10 wins would get us a 6 or 7 win, 6-7 seed team,
If we get
6 or 7,
if we get 10, we should make it in there.
Yeah, we should. Well, at least be a 7th seed team, at least, at the very least.
Yeah, that's for sure.
I mean, that would mean we'd have to dethrone Denver, at least. If we could dethrone Denver, that would be something, because I think Denver is going to, in my strong opinion, I think they're going to go 3rd place like before. When they went to the playoffs, they were very green. They were not ready. They were not ready at all. And I'm pretty sure Sean Payton knows that, and he wants to make improvements, so that they could be prepared for the playoffs again. So we've got to keep them from progressing, and we need to knock them out and take their spot. Take their candy away from them. That's what we need to do. That's what the Raiders need to do. It's got to start with them, and then when we get better and better, then we go after the Chargers, and then we go after the Chiefs. If we try to go after the Chiefs right now, we're going to lose. If we do the Chargers, we're going to lose. But the Broncos, that's a team we've got an eye on, especially when it comes, if you're going to go for the playoffs. There's no way that 4 teams, I know some people thought 4 teams in the same division would go to the playoffs, and that is not a realistic goal. Maybe in the NFC, but not the AFC.
Yeah, I mean, we have the potential to be good, and we have the potential to just be dog shit again. So,
yeah,
That's the worst part about where we kind of stand at the moment. So, look, I believe Pete's gonna. I think we're gonna win. I mean, I'm just gonna be honest. I think we can go into the Patriots. We're gonna have a tough ass run game. I mean, if Genty stays healthy, and you're telling me Zamir took a whole nother leap, Zamir's strong as fuck, dude. Like, he's tough, dude. So I'm not really a Zamir White fan at all. I mean, I've said it the whole time. I think that guy hit a pole in an open field, but I think like if he's in the right system, like he is this year, people have said he's been playing phenomenal football in Chip's offense. So if we're saying like that Genty goes down or gets hurt for a few, and we're looking at Zamir White taking over, and he can go move the ball 5 yards here or there, and we're able to still pass the ball. I mean, Herbert went for 3,800 yards, 23 touchdowns, and 3 interceptions on all the runs that the Chargers played. The problem was Herbert also threw 4 interceptions in the fucking playoffs, because he's trash. But you can be.
I think he got green. Yeah.
Yeah. You can be the best in the regular season. You just ain't gonna do shit when it gets to postseason, And I've said that about Lamar Jackson. You can be the baddest ass scrambler in the whole NFL. You can scramble all you want. You can be the best runner, just like Vic, dude. But when you get to the playoffs, you're playing the best teams out there. You go them right away. So there's a big difference in when you're getting in the playoffs and people are scheming for those dudes versus playing your division where you overrun them all the time because they can't stop nobody, So our division's going to be tough as fuck. I mean, let's just be real, dude. Whatever gives us the best advantage at any fucking position on this team, we need to take it. In past years, we'd be lucky if we had 5 million going into camp or into the season. We got 34, 36. Like, we need to most definitely take advantage of that money and put the best team behind us for sure. So we can't sit here and say, "Oh man, we could have been better." But why didn't we get the player then? If we could have been better, why the fuck didn't we spend the money to get the player then? So I just feel like we're at a good position for the team that we shouldn't have excuses about players not being able to be good because we can go sign one. So either way, that's fine. You guys have anything else you want to talk about?
I do want to say this. Cam Miller did play pretty damn good against the Seattle Seahawks. And yes, he did throw that 1 interception with the 49ers, but I think he needs to play. Like, I do agree, he needs to play more so that we can see if he can succeed or fail as either a third string or a backup. But right now, I would not at this time want to put him as a backup right now until I see more of him, the preseason. If you're going to think about trading Aiden, and I don't like the idea of trading Aiden, but like I said, the thing is, if you trade Aiden and then, Geno Smith gets hurt and you put Cam Miller in, and will he be ready? And that will tell you where he's at. And player will get green because they're, this is the real deal. This isn't the preseason. This is the real game. And, the guy doesn't have the strongest arm. He's 6'1", but he is a smart quarterback, and I would rather take my chances with Aiden, but because I know what I'll get in Aiden. I don't know what I'll get in Cam Miller. We need to see more Cam Miller. That's all I'm going to say.
By the plates.
Well, I agree with you. I mean, trading AFC. I mean, if you traded for a draft pick, what are you going to get? 6th, 7th rounder. It's great getting draft picks. But to throw, I mean, God forbid something happens to Geno in the first few weeks. Is Cam really, as a 7th round draft pick from a small school, going to be ready to take over?
Like talking to my mom about coming to
No. At least Aiden has experience. I think it'd be foolish this year to get rid of Aiden O'Connell.
Let's go to the lake with us on Friday. She ended up getting
I understand Dustin says he wants Cam Miller to develop and everything, getting more reps as a backup.
Right.
That's fine and dandy, but what happens when Geno Smith gets hurt? And Geno Smith,
I was running late.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Just because
So I want an insurance policy, and I don't think that Cam Miller is a good insurance policy.
She was upset. She
You know,
back.
that's what I'm saying.
Sunday, I'm office cleaning. I got the text message that she can't come to his birthday.
He's talking to his wife, I think.
Yeah.
His girlfriend.
It's his wife. They got married.
Never once even had a conversation.
They're married? Okay, I wasn't sure.
Yeah. Before that, she was. Yeah, they were.
Are you? Do you
they're engaged now. They're married.
Okay. Well, I've only followed him for like a few weeks now. So somebody turned me on to him. Let me know about him. And I've been, kind of doing shows every once in a while with him since. So.
And Paige acting like if she's gonna go to Florida and visit her. I think that's the weirdest shit I've ever seen in my whole life. Like
next time.
Over a conversation.
Yeah, I think Dusty should have muted himself.
We can just shut up and let's listen to the conversation.
Okay.
My mom's page. She doesn't even like her own mom. Why expecting my mom?
Oh, okay. I'll bring up more conversations so we don't listen to their private affairs. What do you think we can do within our division, our win-loss? I'm saying we can go 3-3 in our division. What do you think?
I think it's possible to go 3-3, but I think realistically we'd be 2-4. I think we'll get a win off of the Broncos. We could. I don't think we'll sweep the Broncos. We'll beat them at least once. We could beat the Chargers once. I think the Chiefs. I mean, if the Chiefs really falter, we could go 3-3. But like I said, I never ever underestimate the Chiefs. They look like dog trash. Before that, they started to look like dog trash last year. But then everybody were thinking. Some people were thinking the Chiefs were going to falter, and the Chargers were just going to dethrone them, and everybody was wrong. Chiefs went number 1, Chargers went number 2, and Broncos went number 3. And I predicted that would happen, and it was and it was crazy how right I was. But I would say don't estimate the Chiefs. Yes, their O-line has weaknesses, but if the Chiefs falter, it'll be all on them, and it'll be on Andy Reid.
And then
if they do,
you know what I think though too, Rudy? Yeah, I love the name. I'm a Notre Dame fan, so I love the name.
Dude,
I'm sure you've heard that many times. But I really think a lot of people are giving San Diego the win in the home of too. I think San Diego has got so many injuries going on. I definitely think we can beat San Diego in week 2.
Beat them at least
they are
once,
fucking. They've got so many. They've got so many injuries right now. I think this is our time to beat Chargers.
Jim Harbaugh has the ability to adapt, though.
I think we get sweep Chargers. Fuck it. We've never won in SoFi before.
Well, if we sweep them, then I'll probably grow a huge beard.
Huh?
If we swept the Chargers,
I'm not saying we can. I'm just saying. I mean, well, anything's possible. So my statement's stupid.
Yeah,
I can see us beating San Diego. I can see us. I mean, go against Kansas City. So I can see winning one of those. And I could see winning a Broncos game, like you said.
Yeah, if we were to beat them at least once, 3-3 would have. If we do go 3-3, it will be because of the Chiefs' O-line. They didn't fix the issue with their O-line. That'll be the reason why the Raiders go 3-3 in the division. That's been
dude. I said we can sweep the Chiefs, dude. I believe we can sweep the Chiefs if our team shows up. Their injuries plague them. I think we won't only beat them in their house; we'll beat them in ours this year.
Yeah,
offense will be too good. They won't be able to stop it. They didn't get nobody to get better. Our offense is better, just straight.
And especially got Micah Parsons.
Well,
got Harper.
if
They're
they
really learning to beating their ass.
if they can't really stay, if they get super injuries like on their own line and they don't fix those problems, yeah, is it a possibility? Yeah, I think they. I don't think we can sweep the Chiefs. I don't think we're that dominant yet, but we could get a win on them. It's possible. I think us sweeping the Broncos would be me growing a long ass beard, and I don't think that will happen. But
Just remember when it happens, I said it right
or
here.
cutting your hair.
Oh shit. That's what my brother wants to do. He's a Chiefs fan. He says I want to get the shears when you come back to Alaska. But that was the second time I was coming to Alaska. And he says I'll get the shear and give you a buzz cut or something. But yeah. My brother, he's a Chiefs fan and he was in the Army.
I was in the Army. What did he do in the Army?
Oh, he was originally he was just he was in the reserves. He did go to like Germany, Korea, and he brought his family like into Korea, where his daughter at the time was a baby, toddler, and she did modeling in South Korea and stuff. And he actually took a picture. He had a picture with President Bush, Jr. And originally he was trying to get into legal law. Right now he's a paralegal, and he's a grandfather at 42. He's got 2 granddaughters and 1 grandson. And he's my younger brother.
I was just wondering what his job was in the military. What his MOS was.
Yeah, he's not in the military anymore because he got an injury. He had a bad lower back and a bad ankle, and he has an electrical device in his back. I think he still has it. And he has to be careful. At one time he had a nasty fall because he went to go save his granddaughter, thought she was in trouble. He landed on his back, and I was like a little worried, but he was okay. But man, it was a little scary to, especially seeing my little brother fall, even though he's an adult and everything, But
I was an Army paratrooper. I got a lot of titanium in my back right now.
Yeah.
So I can imagine the pain he's going through.
Yeah, and
I'm old.
He's trying to lose weight too. He's about the same height as me. He's like 5'9" and about 250 pounds. Wants to drop his weight. It's hard to lose weight, when your job is mostly, desk job, And he told me about a medication that I took, propanolol. He said that stuff made him gain weight, more weight, And he said it also made him depressed. It was supposed to help him with his nervous system, like a pain reliever, kind of like.
Yeah, I've prescribed that. Yeah,
I take that for my migraine.
I didn't like it.
Yeah, I know one medicine.
Anyway,
would be
back to Raider stuff. Sorry, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
We were talking while you were talking to your wife.
It's no problem. Yeah. Yeah, I think Cam Miller, though, like I said, he's a 6th round pick. He is a smart guy and everything. The only attributes I don't like about him is he has a below average arm. He can scramble and everything. He is 6'1". If he had a if he had like a Baker Mayfield arm, yeah, he would be a starting quarterback right now if he had an arm just like Baker Mayfield. Baker Mayfield's not a tall guy, but man, that guy can throw like 70+ yard balls. I mean, that dude has an arm, But when you're a little bit short, like about below average, like below 6'2", when you're 6'1", you're a little bit short, It's not too short, but he hasn't.
I didn't know he was only 6'1". I thought he was taller than that. I didn't know that.
No, the tallest
6'1".
I mean, Aiden and Gino, they're both 6'3",
Yeah. I thought he was like 6'2" or 6'3" or something like that as well.
No, he's not.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I even was looking at the draft pick quarterbacks like Cam Ward. He's 6'2". Sajir Sanders, 6'2". What's his name? The quarterback that went to the Giants. What's his name? He's 6'2" as well. And Dustin wanted him to get drafted by us, and he went to the Giants. What's his name?
That's weird. Quarterback's getting shorter.
Jackson Dart. Yeah, Jackson Dart, 6'2". It was like a lot of these quarterbacks were the average height of 6'2". But 6'2", 6'3", that's a good height. 6'4", 6'5" is even better. But when you're tall like that, you become less mobile too. Unless your name is Josh Allen, he's like he's like a freight truck, And I like to see, like I said, Cam Miller. I say it like this: we're not a quarterback developing team. We're not. There's only a very few teams that develop quarterbacks. Dallas Cowgirls are one of them, and so are the 49ers. We are not that kind of team. I mean, I think in my strong opinion, we should have drafted a linebacker where Cam Miller was at, or even before that, because linebacker is a big need. We took one in the seventh round. We have veterans. We have starting linebackers that are veterans, but we have developmental young linebackers that are in their second or third year, and they're developmental. You don't know what you're going to get. They're like a box of chocolates, like from Forrest Gump. You don't know what you're going to get inside, And but I know that Pete Carroll does develop linebackers and he does develop DBs and D linemen, but has he passed his time? That's the question. So we'll have to see in the regular season. And I hope our defense does better, because that's, like Dustin was saying, in the secondary, that's been our biggest problem. Even with Jack Del Rio, when our defense looked pretty damn good from 2015 and 16, it looked pretty damn good, And then all of a sudden in 2017, we looked like dog shit, but we still had a terrible secondary, even when we had great linebackers, great linemen, but we pass rushed like crazy, and always made our DBs look good, but those DBs truly sucked, We had sorry DBs, but great linebackers and great D linemen during Jack Del Rio's time, And we had the Mac attack, but
I think in a Chip Kelly offense, man, we got to let Cam develop. We need to know in a year or two if Cam is going to be the guy, or are we taking Archie and them in year 3? We need to find out now.
Yeah, but here's another thing, though. This is a question mark for Chip Kelly. Chip Kelly is semi-known, not super known, but, he's been known in the past and known in the college and all that. Jim Harbaugh was really well known. Is that will he develop Cam Miller? Is he a quarterback developer?
But then there's the question: do you try to trade fucking Aiden into the Chargers for Trey Lance? Do you try to do something like that then? Because if you're looking for mobility, someone has arm, somebody that can go in there. Obviously, Harbaugh has shown that he can get Trey Lance playing.
Who I would not trade him to the Chargers. That'd be a huge mistake. I'd stay away from the Chargers. I don't think we would trade with him anymore.
Yeah, my point is that even if you traded for Trey Lance, are you trying to have him compete against Geno, or are you, again, just substituting another player for a backup? Because there's no difference when Trey Lance is 26 years old, plays backup to us or to the Chargers, and sits there for 4 years. He's still 30 years old. Like I've said it, if you go with Cam gets developed for 3-4 years. He's only fucking 26, 27, and he takes off just like Jordan Love and Aaron Rodgers did. You got to develop, sit behind people. I think it would make more sense to do it with him now. Just like I said with Porter. Put Porter in now. Even if Kelly is bettering him out there, if Kelly can go to the slot and better the team just like JPJ did, then that's what we need to do, because Porter's only going to get better by getting beat. You only get, if you're going to be a good player, once you get beat once, you're going to try to not get beat again. It's just who you are. But if you're a shit-ass player and you're going to get beat all the time, then you're just going to suck. I've always said this. I have the 2 rule in the fucking company where you're just going to get fucking fired. One, you can fuck up one time because you didn't know any better. But you fuck up the second time doing the same shit you did the first time, you're the fuck out of here. You should have learned the first damn time not to do that shit. There's a big difference of how certain people carry themselves in life. They don't give a fuck about anything, so they're just going to do whatever. And there's people that when they fuck up, they always say when they come back to it again and right before they're going to do it, they're like, nope, I ain't doing that. I remember what happened last time. Then you have the other guy that did it the first time, and he comes right back around and he don't even pay the fuck attention. He does it all over again. It's just some people are stupid, like it's just how it is. You're not going to change it. And sometimes, like I said, with our team, we get stuck on the stupid part because we get stuck on such an individual player more times than not and don't allow these players to step up and be able to develop. It would make more sense to let Cam Miller play 2 to 3 quarters in this game so we can see who the real Cam is. Is he out there going to make those interception throws through those 3 quarters? And when it comes time, like I justify his deal against the Niners because look, what are you going to tie? You can tie. I mean, fuck, there is no overtime. Did he show that he was at least willing to risk to go downfield and try to score? Yeah, but he shouldn't have thrown into triple coverage. I mean, there's little things he has to learn, but isn't that the time that everybody says that's the time you're supposed to learn is in preseason where there is no stat that is ever going to be recorded. There is no interception when he comes out of this preseason. It doesn't exist. Like you're not finding a preseason stat line. So I think at this point when people use it's only Cam deal and it's only the preseason should be where it is. Get the fucking deals out. When you start week 1, that shit goes on the stat board. You know what I mean? Like it's going to go to the stat board all year long. So I want to see who Cam Miller is. And I want to see him not just for 2 quarters, maybe even 3. Like I want to know who Cam is. We already know Aiden. Does not everybody believe he can go win a game right now? If Aiden was with the first team, you think he can win? I guarantee you everybody be like, yep, he's going to win a game. So we already know who Aiden is. So we need to figure out who the hell Cam is.
Yeah. I understand you made a point with Aaron Rodgers and even Jordan Love. Aaron Rodgers was at the time he was a mid-first round pick who some said he should have been a much earlier first round pick. Jordan Love was a late first round pick who was probably projected to be a second round pick. Although I would have said the better one would be like a Dak Prescott because he was a second round pick who ended up taking over Tony Romo's job because Tony Romo got hurt and then he did the job better than Tony Romo just retired and everything. But here's the thing, though, the difference between these guys is they have solid arms. Cam Miller does not have a solid arm. I mean, that's just the way it is. He's a good scrambler. He's a very smart guy. I know people would say, well, Tom Brady didn't have a strong arm either, and he was a smart guy. But like I said, that's the Patriot system. And are you going to turn the Raiders into a Patriot system or Patriot-like system? I don't think that would work for us. I think that Patriot system right now is played out. It worked in the past, but now people know it. And even Warren Sapp, he said the Patriot way ain't the way anymore. They know that system. They know it. I mean, it was a genius tactic of what they do. I'll tell you straight up what they did with the air raid system. They would throw short passes and they would have blockers. As soon as the receiver caught the ball, the receivers blocked them, the corners and everything. And these were not fast wide receivers. And this is what's called it's actually not even illegal, but it can be illegal if they block before the receiver catches the ball. It's considered pass interference, but it's called a pick. And the Patriots have always they've done more pick plays than any other team in the NFL. And even the Steelers, they've done the pick plays too. But right now, I would say, like I said, you can take your chance with a 6th round pick, and develop him. But is Chip Kelly the guy that develops him? That's the question. Because I'll tell you something, the 49ers with what's his name, Shanahan, he developed a guy that was a 7th round pick that was dead last, Mr. Unreliable, and that was what's his name on the 49ers that's now the starting quarterback. I mean, he turned him into a starter, and that's crazy. A guy that's super dead last. Some people said should have been an undrafted quarterback.
I think that the people that'll develop Cam it's not going to be necessarily be just Chip. It'll be Nate Burrows or Nate Carroll, and it'll be freaking Greg Olson. They're the ones going to be feeding the information. They're the ones going to be getting them up. And is Chip going to be the guy at the end that does develop him? Yeah, because they're teaching him his system. They're going to be teaching him his system. He's going to be getting acclimated to it. So then that way, when he does get his time to show, he's going to already know it.
Yeah.
I think when you're third on the list, it's like Tom said. Tom said, when I was in New England, how do I get up there in the front when I'm only getting 3 reps at the third quarterback position? And then he goes up and argues with them, the coach, about how you expect me to get better if I only get to have 3 reps. And they told him, you better do those 3 reps the best you've ever done it. And then if you want more playing time, that's what's going to get it, so.
Yeah.
And what did he say? Every time he went out there, he made it fucking just like he felt it was going to be his last. Look, we can sit here and hold on to Aiden because why? Does everybody feel like he's going to get injured? Like if we feel that way, do you guys believe we're going to go to the Super Bowl with Aiden? Like I've always said, what hurts our draft cap is when a player comes in and he takes over and he wins games he shouldn't have won. It's no different. AP knew he was going to get fired, and he goes out and wins games that have no fucking point whatsoever.
Yeah.
Like I would rather take the loss, get the better draft pick, and fucking get things that can help our team. Like I don't know, man. I think, like I said, I think we have a good team. I think if we were to, we got to find out who Cam is, man. If I'm just being honest, we just got to find out who he is.
I do agree with you there.
If he comes out and plays good ball and then fucking comes out and plays good ball, what are we worried about what Aiden is? You know what I mean? Like, if he can play good ball in this last preseason game, why are we worried about what Aiden's doing? Like, we need to move on, trade him. That way we're not having that conversation no more.
Okay, now I know it is Brock Purdy.
What do you Dustin, what do you think if we were to trade him? What do you think we could get back for him as far as draft picks?
If I got a 7th round pick, dude, I'd be happy. But if I'm just trying to be honest, like if I got a 7th round, I would be okay with it. But I would say, like, we drafted him in the 4th. He has won games. He does show that he can be a proven, if he goes to the right place. Like, maybe if he goes to the Saints, he can probably win that job over there, So,
yeah.
I mean, if we get a 5 through 7, I'd be okay. I would take the 7. Like, if I'm just being honest,
I would definitely take a 5. I mean, I would definitely take 5.
I mean,
5 is understandable.
I think the reality is we'll get a 7. You know what I mean? But
that's what I'm saying.
I would start at a 5, and nobody took it. I would work my way to 7. So.
Oh, okay. How about 5.5?
Yeah, facts. I mean, I'm not gonna just be like, oh, 7. I'll be like, hey, you want to give me 5? You don't want a 5, give me 6. You want to give me 6? You want to give me 7? All right, let's go.
Yeah, I think the only team that would probably try to get him would probably be the Patriots because of Josh McDaniels, the OC. I mean, he likes to get guys that have familiarity. I mean, he took guys that were.
Aiden.
Josh didn't even want to play Aiden.
Josh hates fucking Aiden.
But Aiden was his unicorn originally, but then because of the way he was, the thing with him was if he was just an OC and not a head coach, and he was doing Aiden and he was concentrating on Aiden, he would have done better for him, a lot better for him. But when he's a head coach, he's an idiot. He doesn't know what the fuck he's doing, And that's what I've been saying forever, that Josh McDaniels is not head coach material, That's what, and I proved everybody wrong, and and look at him now. He went to Mike Vrabel. Nobody wanted him as an OC either because of the piece of shit he is, like what he did Derek Carr. They don't like that motherfucker. So so what did Josh McDaniels do? He had to go kiss the ring off of Mike Vrabel's cock. That's the only reason why he has a job there. But
I'm losing.
yeah. I mean, I just can't stand Josh McDaniels. I mean, even Tom Brady when he was a quarterback, he yelled at him and he was like, and what did he do? He didn't yell right back. He tried to calm Tom Brady down, but then Brady said, fuck that. You ain't calming me. All cussing his ass out. And then and Josh McDaniels, he got bitched out by Tom Brady because he could not say shit to Tom Brady because Tom Brady was already a veteran quarterback. And he's like, I won a Super Bowl before you were even, working there, And, he had to say and everything. And, and what did Bill Belichick do? He did nothing. He's like, yeah, Brady's right. Bill Belichick ain't going to cuss Tom Brady out for cussing out the offensive coordinator because he knew that Josh McDaniels made a fucking dipshit play call and Tom Brady called him out. I mean, and it wasn't like Rich Gannon when he cussed out Gruden for a dumb play. Gruden took accountability, said, you know what, I fucked up. Let's go to the film room together. And they did that, because and people forget that Rich Gannon and Gruden were like about the same age, except for Gannon was a year older than Gruden. Kind of crazy that a quarterback is older than the head coach. Yeah, it's crazy, but but it's a risk though to put us. I'm sorry, I don't want to put a 6th round pick as a backup. I think it's crazy, especially we do have a questionable O-line, even if we believe the O-line has improved. We could believe it is, but we have to understand we're still questionable O-line. So do you really want to put Cam Miller as a backup? And my answer is no. I want an insurance policy, and unless you get a guy like you say you trade Aiden and you get a veteran quarterback that's going to be a backup or a third string that's very reliable, like an Andy Dalton, then that's not a bad move. You get Andy Dalton, he's going to be a backup.
I want to address something, if you don't mind, Rudy.
Go ahead.
The quarterback development for the Raiders. You're right. It has sucked. But now we got Chip Kelly in there, Pete Carroll. But Oldie or Greg Olson, and then you got mentoring them. That's pretty prime area for quarterback development, as far as I'm thinking. What do you think?
Yeah, it sounds good, but here's the thing: you got Cam Miller. You're going to have him try to go against the best quarterbacks in the AFC West, where you got.
No, I'm not talking about.
Yeah,
I'm not talking. Let me preface that. I should have prefaced it. I'm not talking about putting Cam over Aiden. I'm just was referring to your statement where you were saying we don't have that. You didn't think we had that, or unless I'm mistaken, that we have good quarterback development. In the past, we haven't. I think we do this year. That's what I was wondering.
Well, here's the funny thing is that Josh McDaniels, our head coach, would have been a better quarterback developer as an OC, but when he's a head coach, he's terrible. Even Gruden. John Gruden's a terrible quarterback developer when he's a head coach. He doesn't want to deal with a rookie quarterback. He'd rather deal with a veteran who will pick up his plays very quickly, not a guy that's just coming to school to learn. He wants that guy to know it already. That's what Gruden was about. That's why Gruden went for Gannon. And when he had Derek Carr knew, and Derek Carr could adapt. He played a West Coast offense. He's played air
I
raid.
gotta stop. I gotta stop you for a second. That's not what I'm asking you. I'm talking about this year with who we
Yeah,
have in place. Gino, Chip, Tom Brady. Gotta throw him in there. You don't trust the quarterback development. I mean, I know we sucked in the past. The past is the
yeah,
past. I'm talking about this year. Uh,
yeah.
what? How do you? I want to know because that's my opinion. How do you feel about the quarterback, potential quarterback? It's all speculation now. Uh, but your confidence level in development of quarterbacks with the people we have on board now.
I'm not very high on it. I mean, I do look
Okay.
at Geno Smith. I think he's. I'd be a little more higher with Geno Smith because of his familiarity with Pete Carroll. The only problem I have, like, mostly is the how good Pete Carroll he has been. He's been in college mostly, and how he transitioned. And because right now he was in a pond, now he's coming to an ocean full of sharks. That's what the AFC West division is. It's full of sharks. It's a different outcome. Now, Jim Harbaugh had no problem being in a pool full of sharks. He's dealt with sharks before. But how good would Pete Carroll, even though he's not Pete Carroll, Chip Kelly, he is going to be calling the offense on the offense spectrum. And will he do better in this system? I mean, it's going to be a difficult division. I'll be honest with you. If we go 6, 7, 8 wins, that's an improvement. I mean, people will think it's not improvement. I call it an improvement. I say like that one guy said, Jim Morris Sr. said, playoffs, you kidding me? Playoffs? Be lucky if we win a game. That's what it's about. It's not about playoffs. It's about winning in general. And like I said, I don't want to put my expectations high. I want to keep them low, because if I keep them high, I'm going to disappoint myself. I want to keep it low. And then, and you know what? Sometimes it's best to have it low, because when things do better and your expectations are low, the award is greater. It's greater because you're being realistic.
All right.
That's what I'm saying.
Dustin,
I'm just like Raider Poncho. He's the same way too.
Yeah.
Dustin, I asked Rudy a question because it was brought up earlier about quarterback development. Quarterback development alone this year. What is your goal on with having Chip, having Pete, having Tom Brady, having Gino in there? I mean, do you think the potential is higher or lower that are, being able to, bring these quarterbacks to a higher level? I'm more confident now than I've ever been.
I think having all of them most definitely should make him, like, if you're saying like a better quarterback, I think we haven't had anybody this good for a minute, like when you're looking, like, don't get me wrong, Josh McDaniels came in here, like I said, he had probably the 10th best offense in the league, and when we're sitting here looking at our quarterback room and we're saying Cam, Aiden, and Gino, is it a good quarterback room? Hell yeah, it's probably one of the better ones in the whole league, Do I think if we were going to a Super Bowl this year, would I hold on to Aiden? Yes, I would. There's not a doubt, because if Gino was to get hurt in the playoffs and something was to happen, Aiden would have a better chance to win a game, if not a Super Bowl, in that aspect versus Cam. Just because he has more NFL experience versus, again, Cam not.
I was just asking about the level of being able to develop.
Say it again.
And all.
Say it again. What is it?
Or with our coaching staff and our current, quarterbacks, the being able to develop coaches, because that's what was brought up before, was we'd never been able to develop quarterbacks, which is right.
Yeah, that's
But what
facts.
I was saying is, with this year, what's your confidence level with Gino, uh, Greg Olson, Tom Brady, Chip Kelly, is being able to be the people that can develop quarterbacks.
I believe it for sure. That's why I want him to push for Cam. It's exactly why I want
Well,
him to push for Cam, because
that would,
there's nothing saying in the next few years that Chip and them are even going to be here. So wouldn't it make more sense to use the guys that are here right now to give the player the most knowledge that he can? So when he goes to some dipshit the following few years, he can fucking already be ahead of the game? I think so. Like you suffer a guy by putting him down the board when he can be trained, and then this guy leaves and he gets stuck with someone that can't do it. Like you just really fucked the guy's career. So yes, I 100% think that they can develop him right here, right now, and that's why I'm pushing to move Aiden for Cam. I would rather him develop him now. So let's be real. In 2027, if Cam ain't good, we draft a quarterback. We're getting rid of Aiden anyway, so what's the matter? You know what I mean? Like, if you put in all your time on a quarterback because you're hoping that later down the road you're gonna be able to draft him. But let's say that we're in the top 1 or 2 pick for the fucking draft. You're telling me you're not taking Archie Manning? I mean, bullshit. You're most definitely drafting him. So all that time that you put in developing Aiden, out the window, fucking just for Archie. So I don't know if you develop the guy in the hopes that he could have took over and started playing already. You're fucking going to go out there and say, well, Aiden's on a $1 million contract. Well, Aiden ain't. We'd be paying him by then. And I wouldn't pay him. I would be like, hey, if I can get Archie, I'm most definitely not fucking paying you. So, but yes, I would. Yes, I think they can develop now. Yes.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And with with Cam Miller, you give Cam Miller 1 year of sitting on the bench, I think he'll definitely take over the number 2 spot.
I think he has. I think he has.
Within a year. Within a year.
When you look at
he's
Cam in the game, and you look at the way he looks at his progressions and how he gets rid of the ball right away, Aiden don't do that. Aiden does not fucking do that.
Well, Aiden holds the ball too long for deeper throws.
Fuck
and
yeah,
Cam
dude.
is throwing shorter
you
passes.
can just tell. You can
he
just
gets
tell
sacked
that Cam. You can tell.
But I've seen a lot of
he
quarterbacks do
can
the
go
same
through his
thing.
shit fast
too.
as fuck. Cam go through his shit fast as fuck, and then not only can he go through them fast as fuck, he can dot up fools. Like I think Cam, when he gets time to go one-on-ones with Tom Brady, and he gets to hear his deals about how he works in the pocket and all that. See, listen, I don't give a fucking what Aiden does. He's never gonna work the pocket like Brady. Never. He doesn't have that mindset. He has a mindset once the people are in the backfield, he just fucking holds the ball. He goes just like this.
Well, Brady had the best line around him, though.
Fuck. There was a lot of times there were guys that nobody even knew who they
Because
were.
when they come at him in the middle, when they come and disrupt him in the middle, he doesn't do nothing. When he was in his last
Brady,
year with the Patriots, he led the NFL in the most intentional groundings and the most incomplete passes. And then he went to Tampa Bay that had more weapons. Because he had no weapons around him with New England in his last year. When we went to Tampa, he had his Gronk, he had Antonio Brown, he had Josh Evans, and he had everybody around. It was like a dream team that he had, and they went to the Super Bowl. They beat out Sean Payton.
Yeah, but that
and
team
the Saints
sucked in mid-year, and Tom Brady changed that playbook because he didn't like fucking Bruce Arians' playbook.
Well,
and
Bruce
Tom
Arians'
changed it, and then
playbook
they went on there.
won him the Super Bowl. Yeah, actually, it won the Super Bowl. He just didn't like Bruce Arians yelling at him. He's like, "Hey, I'm a veteran. I got 7 rings. You have no right to be yelling at me." And then that's why they dethroned him, or I could say they promoted him to, like instead of being a head coach, he's the
They
offensive.
put him in the senior citizen fucking upstairs, and then they put Mike Bowles as the coach.
And they went and they won their division with. They only had like 7 or 8 wins, and they won their division. They were 4th seed, went to the playoffs, and then lost. And then Tom Brady said, "Fuck it, I'm retiring."
But
just like that.
He got the ring, so he don't got to keep.
He didn't have to win like 8 rings. He's. I mean, much as I don't like Tom Brady. I'll be honest with you, as a diehard Raider fan, I've never liked Tom Brady, especially that stupid cheating play, and even Tom Brady admitted that it was a fucking fumble, not an incomplete pass. That stupid thing that when Charles Woodson finally got him to admit it, and Woodson said one of these days I'm going to get Tom Brady to admit that it was a fumble, and he did. He said, "I thought it was a fumble," and he was like, "Okay, I'll go with it. Yeah, anything to win, But it's like, you got a cheating play, but you wipe the sweat off your brow and like. I'm glad that because the Raiders had that ball, all they'd have to do is sit on it and it was over, just like that. Just like that.
Over.
No kicking a field goal, then going OT, and then they kick a field goal from far away and make it, in the snow. I mean, that pissed me off. I was so pissed off at that time in my 20s. And now
I was more pissed off when they traded Gruden right after that. So
I was pissed. I was pissed off too. I said, "Man, we're not going to playoffs." I thought we weren't going to playoffs when we traded Gruden. I thought playoff time was over, but I was wrong. We just
how'd
lost
that work out for us?
That was the biggest disappointment, though. That when you get to the big one and you lose the big one, that's the worst thing. It's worse than being a losing team. The worst thing is losing the big one. That's the worst loss. It's not losing.
Bill Callahan's what it was.
It was him. There's a lot of common things. Yeah, Baron Robbins going all the way to fucking Tijuana, Mexico, partying, and then everyone else partying like we won the Super Bowl because we beat the Tennessee Titans.
That guy said when they were talking to him, that he said, "We won the Super Bowl, didn't we?" Fucking.
I mean, that was
he had some kind of mental thing going on there. But
Baron Robbins
lost the game. We went up against a coach that knew every play, and the defense, even the receivers, everybody in the Raiders is saying they're calling
Baron
out
Robbins wasn't playing
before we even run them. Well, I know Barrett Robbins wasn't playing.
Yeah. The guy was bipolar. I mean, you could go on YouTube, and he was starting a commotion at a diner, and he gets arrested. And they said,
he was.
Don't you know who I am? I'm Baron Robbins. I went to the Super Bowl with the Raiders, or he never went to there, but I was a former Raider, and they're like, look at this big bald guy, at a diner causing problems, probably because he didn't take his medication or something. I mean, it's just crazy. I mean, this guy was. I would have said the only guy crazier than Baron Robbins would be Antonio Brown. That motherfucker's crazier than him. And now he's all in Dubai letting Indian guys shit on him for money.
Dude, he straight told his baby mama, "Is fucking no more child support for you. Get a job."
Yeah, well.
These guys are so fucking crazy and weird, dude. It's not even funny.
Yeah. Well.
And then he shows himself over there riding a bike. Fucking guys.
Funny thing, I was in training camp. When we picked up Antonio Brown as C cushion. I was getting a lot of players to sign. Antonio Bryant came by and like, "Oh, fuck, cool. Can you sign my thing?" Because this is before the whole frostbite incident and everything. And so he signed it. So now I got a circle around it with a line through it. Son of a bitch.
Yeah, I like Latavius Bryant. He was a good wide receiver.
You got a sign, man. That's
stay up the
rare
weeds,
too. That's rare. What were we saying, Rudy?
I'd say Matavius Bryant. He would have been he was a guy that was supposed to replace Amari Cooper, but then he got in trouble by the NFL for league substances because he couldn't stay off the weed. Weed was at the time illegal in California only for medicinal purposes, but then when it became legal for recreational, then the NFL couldn't get on these California teams, on weed, because it's legal now in California for recreational use. Uh-oh. I think
It's still California, but yeah, you still can't show up with THC in your system now, even if you play in
yeah,
California or
yeah,
Nevada or Arizona or any of
yeah,
the other states, Denver,
yeah,
Colorado. I mean,
yeah,
you can't have it. It's like going to a job interview.
yeah,
Hey, weed's
yeah,
legal here. No, not in this. No, no.
yeah. Well, yeah. I think Dustin's falling asleep.
Say
Dude,
again.
okay. You're falling asleep.
I'm fucking all the time. I got to get up at 4 in the morning.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah,
Um,
get some sleep.
yeah, freaking appreciate all you guys popping out.
Yeah.
Again, we'll be going live again on Saturday if you want to join back up, and Tuesdays. Yeah, dude, I don't know. It's already 1 o'clock. I gotta
Yeah.
get up in 3 hours, but
Yeah. Yeah,
it is
get
what
you
it
to
is.
sleep.
It is. I
All
love
right.
talking football, so. But I do
Yeah.
appreciate all you guys popping up on here and hanging
Yeah.
out. So, and then
Yeah.
we'll get to see this. What day do we play on? Saturday or Sunday?
I think it's Sunday. I'm not sure. Let me verify it.
No, which game you talking about? The preseason game
Arizona.
or
The
Where's
Arizona
preseason.
Saturday? Saturday.
what time?
Sure.
Last I heard it was 7 p.m. Pacific.
That
Here, I'll
is
find
right.
out.
So I don't know if we'll go live
Let me find
Saturday,
out real
maybe
quick.
Sunday. We'll probably go live Sunday and
Yeah,
talk.
it's Saturday at 7 p.m.
Yeah, we'll go live Sunday and then talk about it. So
Yeah, that would
we
make
can
more sense.
go on there and see. But
Yeah.
outside of that, appreciate you guys. Appreciate everybody in the chat, everybody, mods, everybody that's been here all night. Really do appreciate all you guys. So appreciate all the conversations and hope to do it again soon. Outside of that, if you guys want to give a shout out before we bounce, let them know about your YouTube channel again. It's up there in the top of the chat. Just scroll all the way up. So
Yeah, just check it out. If you like it, subscribe. And he does a lot of shows, a lot of shorts. So his notification bell because he does a lot of things. So and you know I'm on there every once in a while with him. A couple times a week at least, and it's a fun show. So check it out. If you like it, hit the like button. But leave the subscribe anyway if you don't like it.
yeah, and then what was it? It was Raiders_football.
Yes, correct. Raiders with an S _ football.
Oh yeah,
And
so a bit of follow.
Europe's one that runs the channel. And he's on 7 days a week, so and does stuff during the you need something to watch, check it out sometime. Nobody
Okay.
else is on, check it out.
You want to give a shout out, Rudy, before we bounce?
Yeah, and I did sub to you on YouTube, and I already subbed on you on Instagram. And shout out to all the Raider fans. Like I said, always stay loyal to the Raiders. Always go with what you feel. Don't if you believe that the Raiders are going to go, have that feeling. It doesn't matter if it's positive or negative.
Mm-hmm.
Just stay loyal to the Raiders. Watch the game. Even if the game is starting to suck real bad, you just got to take it like a man and just bite that bullet and see the game all the way through. You have to. You can't. I know you're saying, "Oh man, my team's getting decimated." You just got to see it through. You just got to be a Raider and just take it like a man, But I believe we will do better than last year. But whether it's 7-8 wins, I will take that as a victory for Raider Nation. For Raider fans saying it's not a victory, it is a victory. Any kind of winning is better than losing extremely bad. So we got to start out small and build up slowly, and hopefully we can go to the playoffs.
Yeah, I mean, I think for us going into the last preseason game of the year, before the season starts, we're going to be playing Arizona, playing our backups mostly. I'm pretty sure of it. We just need to see who our rotational players are going to be. You know, are they going to be able to play throughout the whole year? I said the Bennett deal was a good trade because I knew Bennett was injury prone. People talked about him being the starter out there, and then he goes to Philadelphia, gets hurt very first game in the preseason. You know, sometimes we just get lucky for certain reasons, and I'm just hoping that people like Porter, Kelly, Richardson, all these guys in the cornerback position can develop and go out and have a good year, just like in the, you know, Parham and them playing out there on the line. I hope the same thing. You know, we're going to be right there at the beginning of the season here real fast. It's going to be here real fast. So, and you know, the craziest thing about it is we waited for so long for it to get here, and then it's going to come so fast, and it's also going to leave us so fast. So, you know, I've said I want to enjoy it the most that I can. Let's just say you win a game, lose a game, win a game, lose a game. I would still be interested in the team because we're doing something every other week. You know, I don't want to get to a point where we go out there, we're excited for the first few weeks, and then mid-game, you're just like, oh, I don't care. I'll go to the store real quick. You know, like, I hate that shit. Like, I want to be able to say, like, when I go sit down and watch my team, we are being competitive, and we use every resource to get there. So I hope that when they go through this, last game, that they're evaluating the players for who they are, how good they are. And then after that, we don't get another chance until week 1, you know, against the Patriots in their house. So let's just hope the backups do good in this one. And if Aiden is starting in this game, you know, as the backup, then if he starts doing poorly in the first part, why are you coming here and grab my stuff?
You're not talking about
Coming here again, either way, coming, you know, going to the Patriots and start out the season, we want to make sure that if we do need a Darius Smith or, you know, a cornerback or somebody, hopefully we'll do it right there in that week. But I don't know. We'll talk about it on Sunday, but I just hope that if Aiden isn't doing good in the first quarter of this you know, like the preseason, that we put Cam in and let's see what he does I want to see him for 3 quarters or the whole fucking game, if I'm just being honest. You know, like, if we already think Aiden's going to win us games, then why can't he sit out too? You know, so I would rather see Cam play the whole game, but that's not going to happen. But either way,
Watch him start Cam in the first half, and then Aiden in the second half, and then watch the rumors start flying.
I mean, if we can start Cam in the first half with the second team, then hell yeah, I would do it in a heartbeat. You know, so just need to see if Cam. I want to see Cam and Aiden go behind the ones is what I would really like to see. Let them both play with the ones one time, you know, so that way we can just see how good they really are with a good team, a good line with a good squad, you know, but we're not going to see that right now. So,
no.
But either way, I got to balance, man. I hope you guys have a great night, and then we'll see you guys on the next show. Appreciate all you guys. Salute Raider Nation, and peace out, man. See you on the next one.
Good night, everyone.
Y'all have a good night.